Hey there. Efree will be on in a little bit. But just wanted to come on and say hi to the people out there who see this. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing fine. I'm just getting some stuff situated, some on other stuff. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well and everyone's doing okay.
Yo,
All right.
are we live or not yet?
Hey there.
Hey, what's up? We live, bro?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Alrighty, no problem. Let's fix the camera a little bit. Fuck. I'm in an embarrassing situation because it's fortunately fucking laundry day. So I'm trying to make sure nothing's showing in the background, but everything's showing in the background. Fuck. Shit, but it's good to see you,
No,
man.
everything looks fine.
You look fine? Alright, cool.
Yeah, everything looks fine.
That's cool, man. So what you been up to, man? You good?
Doing okay, so. It's been better. It is what it is.
All right, man. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of stuff we could talk about. We got a whole bunch of good shit or whatnot and whatnot. Just my friend told me to tell you, mutual friend of ours told me to tell you that thank you so much for doing his request for the John Wick 4 and everything. Because the guy, he actually, I live again one. He actually works close to my job. I see him every morning. He came giggling to me the next day or whatnot, saying that something about. I said, "What's so funny? What are you laughing about? Why?" I think Matt's gonna catch a lot of shit. So what's wrong? Why? What were you talking about? Because of the thing with John Wick 4, I made a request. He was like laughing and whatnot and such, but you know, it's like that because he's seen the film like as I did and as you did, and it didn't work. I don't know what happened.
Right.
It just didn't work and everything. But he told me he loved the thing. It was we're very worth it, man. You knocked it out the park. You dot the I's, you cross the T's, and whatnot.
Well, tell him I say thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. He told me to tell you thank you, so I relay it back to him. No worries. Yeah, man, because he works around my place over there. He loves your stuff or whatnot and everything.
That's cool.
That's cool. And
that's always cool.
Yeah, of course, man. No doubt.
But I wanted to say hi real quick to people saying hi to you. Yeah. Hey there, Neo Punk.
Hey, how you doing, Neo? Neo Punk, what's up, man? Hey, what's happening? How you doing, man?
Hey there.
So far, so good. It's fun. It's funny because we were supposed to do this a while ago, but a lot of circumstances beyond our control and whatnot happened and such. Like last weekend, I caught a fucking cold because the damn weather changing fucked me up and everything. Thankfully, I did go to doctors. Everything was negative. I ain't got none of that, you know, the C to the V or whatever that stuff's called anymore. Whatever, you can't say the name because you get burned. I don't want no one to get burned. So especially you, I don't want you to get burned. So and everything. Oh, by the way, how that thing turned out? By the way, did that thing go away? That bullshit or whatnot?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay. I know you said something about May, about close to May. I thought it would be close to. We'll almost approach end of May. Okay. All right. Yeah. May is a very special month for us. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because me and Matt, along with Mike, we're all, the three of us are May babies. All our birthdays are on May. I got the Mother's Day of May. Matt's got the Memorial Day of May. And I think Mike's got the beginning week, if I'm not mistaken. The first, I think, stuff like that. So we're three of us are May babies and whatnot. Shit. Yeah, hey, DJ, what's up? How you doing, DJ? Oh, man. Yeah. So,
thanks once again, Bobby. Sorry, I don't know who that is, so I can't answer that. But thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Sorry, man. Never heard of them.
Man, never heard of them either. Yeah, that's cool. Any loot you can send to my brother from another mother, it's a plus. No worries. No doubt. Guy has a giant piggy bank, this big, probably way bigger. He puts all that money in, no doubt, and everything. Oh man, let's see. So, oh yeah, I did. Matter of fact, it was about, I want to say 2 weekends ago. I didn't mind it for what it was. it's not that long of a film. There's no woke bullshit in it or nothing and such. I mean, my cousins, they took me to the theater. They paid my way and such. And hey, I'm always happy to go with them. Why not? And such. I buy the lunch. They pay for the tickets. Cool. No worries. So as we saw it, they really loved it. They say it's honest, despite what people want to say about Luigi in the film. That's the way Luigi is according to these newer fucking games. But Chris Pratt did a wonderful job. I didn't mind the voice cast. Jack Black, I don't know if you needed his Tenacious D music for his King Cooper, but it's there. I mean, it's there and such. I mean, this film will still be my go-to Mario Brothers movie. I mean, it's the overseas DVD and whatnot. Looks pretty good, the movie. There is no Blu-ray of this, sadly. I know John Leguizamo been very vocal recently because someone asked him, "Are you gonna see the new Mario Brothers movie?" He said, "Nah, I'm not gonna see it. I prefer this movie." So I'm like glad he's championing this movie now more and such, and everything. That's cool and such. And I had fun. I'm waiting to hear your thoughts on the film, Matt. You know, I mean, it's not a 3-hour movie, which I was impressed by. I think maybe I kept telling my cousins that it's not 3 hours. Oh my God, really? 90s fucking minutes. Wow. Not bad. Some interesting song choices in there, you know, and such. You know, it's interesting to hear No Sleep Till Brooklyn in the Mario Brothers movie. Okay. And such. But I liked it. It was okay. It was good. But the sad part is we're already getting close to May, and I have a bad feeling about this year because John Wick 4 left a bad taste in my mouth because I haven't seen any favorites of the year yet. That's what it is, you know. I mean, I like the Mario Brothers movie. I don't know if it'll be in the top 5. You know, I'll probably be in there, but it's not like one I go, yay, you know, but it was good, you know. But I haven't seen one that made me go, yes. Like I look at last year. Right now, I was just revisiting The Batman. That was the movie when I saw last March that, like, with the top of the spot, cream of the crop, everything. I mean, I still love that film a lot. Well made, well done, and such, you know. I never thought I'd be excited for a Batman film so many years in the making. Goodness, because Christian Bale's Batman didn't do it. I'm sorry. I know people love Nolan and Bale, but to each his own. So, what have you been up to, man? Talk to me, man. I know I'm taking all the space here, but
well, I don't want to interrupt. I didn't want to.
Go over. Come on, it's your show, man. No worries.
No, it's fine. I want to let people talk. I don't want to interrupt them and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Dark Metal Spire. No, Efree used to be on YouTube. He doesn't do videos anymore. He was like, "Do you have a channel?" No, he doesn't have a channel anymore. Nah. He used to, but some people ran him off years ago.
Yeah, that's it.
So
that's it. Took all the fun out of it and such, you know. That's it. But I mean, I got the last laugh in a sense because the whole point of them wanting me to leave, I leave, and when I leave, they start ripping each other apart. Who did it? Who did it? You fucking did it. And I didn't. Then I got the last laugh because they were arguing each other, cursing each other out, leaving comments back and forth. What the fuck you did that? We didn't know he would leave. Well, you made a channel for him to leave. He left. So there you go. You know, FYI. So I got the last laugh on it. So, but I got a lot of utmost respect, you know, for Matt, for Michael King, for our other brothers, another one, Mike, all these other guys, Fabio, Johnny, action fan, or I think he's going by Zero Cool now.
Zero Cool.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen him in years. I know he popped up on his live stream, which I almost didn't recognize. Oh shit, that's Johnny. You know, I haven't seen nobody in years that look different, but it's a good way. It's not a bad way. Yeah. You look great, Johnny. No worries. And I was like, oh shit, that's John. Like, wow. I'm sure they'll see me like, wow, he had a little more hair last time we saw him. Shit. Very good. He had more eyebrows. The eyebrows go.
He's just in the middle of moving. But other than that, he's doing good.
Oh, okay. I hope the move goes well. I hope he don't go crazy like what happened with your move, you know. He said that Richard Pryor movie became a documentary for you. Nah, not really. It's always fun to come by to visit and such, you know, come by here. It's like being a guest on somebody's show, you know, just come by and say, hey, he's the host, you know, and such.
Either.
And everything like that. Yeah, but thank you for the kind words.
They have a lot of nice things to say about you. So
thank you. Appreciate it. My heart goes out to all you guys. Thank you. And whatnot.
Yeah, there's a UK Blu-ray, but you need a region free.
There is. I couldn't
Player.
find one. All I could find was this fucking DVD. UK. This is in Germany.
There is one.
There is one. Oh shit.
But I don't know if it's out of print or not.
It might be because I know I couldn't find it. This one I found. All right, Predmediator. All right, you got the Terminator. I'll be back. Yes, the best one, the number one. This has a making of from back in the day, 17-minute making of and whatnot from back in the days. It seemed like they looked like they had a good time despite all the problems behind the fucking scenes. You would never know it in the fucking making of, but you know, Hollywood's Hollywood, you know. A quick rant on John Wick 4. Oh, that'd be fun though if I could charm in with some stuff. We could both bounce off each other with some stuff. Let's see, where do I start? Oh God, the first two sequels, they open up where John is in the middle of a fucking chase or action. This opens up with him punching a wall, and then riding a horse. Then he fires on some guy in the desert who took his finger in his ring, which he couldn't get his finger and ring back, and stuff. I don't know what this. What
He's talking about when you were mentioning the guys who were messing with you.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Once you leave, they fight each other rather than you.
Yeah, exactly. Like demons from Doom. They are so evil. They even fight. Exactly. It's like dogs fighting for meat. Who got the meat? You got the meat. That's what it is. And by butt fucking each other too. Who knows? Not like as anyone likes butt fucking. That's your thing. Your thing. Don't worry. It's not, no. Teach his own. But anyway, going back to this. I'm killing Maddie. I know. All right. Guess on to all that. Nothing much happens. We got a villain with a bad French accent. We have the great Lance Reddick. May he rest in peace. They kill him off. Now, granted, I understand the makers of the film did not know he was going to die in real life. That doesn't help matters. And that was funny I didn't notice that thing about Ian McShane, but I thought about it when I saw your rant. He does sound funny. I don't know what's wrong with his dentures or his throat is going bad or something. I don't know what it is. I can't pronounce. He does sound weird. And he's in Japan. Keanu Reeves' performance just seemed like he's out of it. It just seemed like, I don't know, I guess he's outgrown John Wick. Maybe John Wick's one of those movies that 3 is all you could have squeezed out of it, sadly. And then when you got, because I remember, I could have sworn he's a pretty boy. Oh, yeah. Sadly, I think that movie did get made, unfortunately, I heard. I guess it finally got completed. I don't know how, but it got completed. Despite all the fucking problems that had.
Yeah.
So far, so good, JoJo. Yeah, cool avatar you got there. But, what was I saying? And then, he goes in some bullshit.
Seems tired.
He seems tired. He needs some adrenaline or something. Because I rewatched the interview, that Art of Action episode with Chaz Stahelski. At the end of the interview, you could tell Chaz Stahelski seemed like, well, I guess I gotta face the curse. Well, do I want to do what fans want, or do I want to do what I gotta do? And okay, now if he's dealing with the stress, all right. If that's the stress of the situation of, okay, I don't know what the fuck to do, I'm gonna paint it in the corner. I don't think you needed to kill the man off. And if you have no ideas, then well, then all due respect, he should have just ended it with the third film. Now I wonder if you revisit the third film, does it hurt to watch now? Because it to be continued now, especially when you see the outcome of 4.
No, I'll just ignore it.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'll ignore 4.
Okay. Because even though the whole thing of, are you pissed? Yeah. I like, yeah, you're going after the high table, right? No, you're still on the run. Because you can't kill the high table because you need the high table for all these fucking spin-offs. Remember that bitchy girl with the tattoo in the neck and talking a lot of shit through her ass and cooch or whatnot? Did she got to come up with that? Yeah. Did she got to come up with nope, because we got to save her for another movie. Remember John Leguizamo? We can't do nothing with him. We got to save him for another movie. David Patrick Kelly, I got to believe his character must have retired. Because all the bodies that John Wick left alone in the first 2 sequels all those gold coins he was getting just to clean everything up. He must have cleaned up the club, must have cleaned up the whatever that glass, the museum with the mirrors, the Mark Dacascos and his shinobis, because they can't call them ninja, they call them shinobis. He cleaned up everybody and retired and went the fourth ladder there. That's probably what happened to Patrick Kelly. Because think about it, he was getting just gold coin just for cleaning up John's house. Imagine all the mess he left behind. And don't get me started on Scott Adkins with this whole fat man suit and with his bad accent and the way he moves. He shut me in my ass. He's like a video game character. That's what he reminded me of. Like a video game character. All because John has got a grudge with him because he killed John's father. Like a character we just learned about in this fucking film. It would make sense maybe if he killed Ian McShane or something. If they really want to be ballsy. Or if he killed maybe Hoyuki Shineda, I think his name is. If he had killed him instead of Donnie Yen with his blind ass or whatnot. Oh, I can't get involved. My daughter would be killed. But then what does he do in the end? He gets involved.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes up the damn stairs, like you said, John Wick Kong. I'm sorry, Pac-Man. I'm sorry, wrong music. But the staircase made me think of, they're trying to be Death Wish, but just at a bigger scale. Oh, by the way, any fans of Marco Zarrar? How many of you guys put your heads down in shame when his character got his ass killed by Donnie Yen and then the fucking dog pees on him? So you're a fan of Marco Zarrar. It's like, wow, that's shitty fan service. Oh, by the way, did you finally see the interview with Keanu Reeves and Scott Adkins, Art of Action?
Not yet.
All right. You want me to spoil anything or no?
I don't mind.
I find it strange because Scott Adkins is very adamant about editing and quick cuts, especially when he's vocal about the Bourne films. A conversation got brought up between him and Keanu Reeves about that. And Keanu Reeves, he always tried to be diplomatic. Well, Scott, sometimes the quick edits work for those films. Scott, they kind of work for those films. And then Scott's like, I don't know, Keanu. Scott, I don't think we could leave this topic until you agree they work on those films. Or we could agree to disagree, Scott. Now, those are Keanu Reeves' words. What does Scott do? All right. He fanboys to Keanu Reeves. That's like, Scott, come on, man. I know he gave you a job, Scott, but come on. You really gotta say, you've been vocal on many videos how you don't like the fucking edits. And then he says, oh, maybe Paul Greengrass is not that bad of a director. Really, Scott? Really? Bullshit.
He said that?
Yeah. Look, please, somebody request that.
Paul Greengrass?
Yeah. When something about quick edits get brought up, and then Keanu Reeves has to literally tell him, Scott, I can't leave this topic until you agree. Like wow, Keanu Reeves is playing the mind fuck games or the Jedi mind trick on Scott. So, oh my God, Scott, I know you like the man. I know you have a lot of respect for the man, but come on. Even Keanu admitted you could agree to disagree, so he wouldn't just agree to disagree. Let me ask you that question. If you had a live stream like this, right? Let's say, for example, Stallone came on.
I wouldn't care. I mean, you're my friend, and we disagree on Gravity and other movies, so I wouldn't care. Exactly.
Like if Sly told you, oh, what did you think of my films after Expendables?
They sucked.
What the fuck did you say?
If you don't do that, then people who ever see anything you've done will know you're a liar.
Yeah. Has anyone seen that? I asked everybody in the stream. Has anyone seen that Art of Action? It's a bullshit one because it's a two-parter. I don't know why. It's 47 minutes. He made it into a two-parter. He's gonna show the next part next week, I guess, to talk more about the John Wick stuff. Nuru.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Who's Nuru?
It's BS.
Oh, that's the girl.
Predator.
Oh, you mean the $2? Oh, you mean the $2 Summer Glau? You mean that girl?
Yeah.
She's the best survivor. Oh, bullshit. They don't know what they're talking about. I mean, to each his own. I mean, I did not care for Prey or her with a parkour ass and having a special type of thing. I could turn your body temperature down and do all this other bullshit. And boys drool and girls rule and the vagina's number one, which, okay, vagina's number one, but come on. You know, that's crazy. But just imagine that. You had Stallone here and you had to, like, would you giddy up to him? I can have fun with some of your other movies, Sly. Like, no. What did I see?
No.
I noticed your channel is Rambo Rob. What did you think of my Last Blood? You can just see Matt. Oh, Sly. I mean,
It was lame. And to answer Simon's question, Naru was a boring character with no personality. She weighed as much as a twig.
$2 summer glow.
And I don't buy her. Yeah, I don't buy her doing, like you said, parkour, overpowering the predator to the point he cut his own hand off. And the predator's so stupid he doesn't know his weapons work the way they do work because he shoots himself in the head. It's ridiculous. It's stupid.
Yeah,
it's poor writing.
And remember, don't forget, the predator doesn't control his weapons. It's automated. Remember this whole 2018 movie? All automated. So remember all that skill to aim the cannon? There's no skill. It does it automatically. It's all automated. It's all part of the helmet. Along with the anal bead that makes them go invisible.
I don't hunt, but imagine someone goes hunting and they just have a gun and they just sit there in a chair and the gun just does this by itself.
Yeah.
And people go, what the fuck was the point? Like,
it's a century.
It makes no sense.
It's a century, just like the stuff you saw on Aliens. But that was cool in Aliens, that the century, you know, and everything like that. So it is a fucking century. A century on a shoulder. And everything. Oh, man. But, you know, that's...
Price sucked.
Yeah.
And John Wick 4 sucked.
It does. Worst film of the year so far. I mean, Donnie Yen and then this spin-off bullshit and everything. And
I can't say it's the worst of the year for me. It's the most disappointing for me.
Well, I haven't seen Skinamarink, but I have a feeling I don't want to see a movie about a camera facing a wall like this and everything. I heard that's what that is, because even Michael did a whole he did a whole rant on that when he shows like a toilet bowl with shit flushing and everything. Shit like that. It's just crazy. Oh man, because there's no best of the year, there's no worst of the year. But John Wick 4, that's just like, what happened? Like, god damn it.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
It is a red flag, yeah.
Wholeheartedly agree.
I mean, those trilogy. Well, there you go. I agree with you, senora. That's right, lady. I agree with you. Senora's miss in Spanish. Yes, I agree with you. That's it. It's boring. You see, that's a woman saying that. Look at that. It's a girl saying that. The movie's boring. You see? It's not just all the guys hate the movie. Look, a woman said it. There we go. That's it. There you go. Living proof.
Yeah.
You know what's sad about it is? What's sad about it is Prey gets more praise than the original film, than this one. Than this one. This one gets shit now. Yeah. That's what's funny about this. Because I remember when 2010's Predators came out, and the 2018 Predator, this was still respected. This is not respected anymore. Maybe because of Arnold's fucking, scooter you feed them shit or whatever. Oh, by the way,
I think a good chunk of people respect it, but there are some very vocal people that will crap on it because of Arnold or because of his hijinks or whatever the hell Arnold's doing.
Yeah, stuff. I know he's doing a streaming show now called FUBAR.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I seen the trailer. I know you don't watch trailers no more, so I didn't send it to you. So I didn't want to. I know you, which I can understand. I totally get it. Believe me, I do. I want to believe. There's got to be something good out there. I want to believe. It's hard to be, to be positive. The only thing I'm positive about is that Robert Englund documentary. That looks pretty interesting. That Robert Englund documentary coming out. That looks like it might be good.
Yeah.
And such.
Yeah, it could be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't fuck that up. At least hope not, and such. But FUBAR. Pretty much, I guess you could say, in a way, an unofficial sequel to True Lies, in a sense. Well, Arnold was a spy. He's not a spy no more. He's retiring. Finds out. He goes back on one more mission. His daughter is a spy. And he's got to go on his daughter with this mission. With a bunch of some fuckwits or whatnot. Now, the actress who plays the daughter, she was in Top Gun Maverick. So, maybe the acting won't be bad, but it depends on her script. If it's going to be one of those fucking things, which we both know what might be, is Arnold's a fuck up. She could do all. It could be that type of shit. Or we're going to have a lot of this. Very quick cuts, because Arnold cannot move around and do shit anymore worth the shit. Let's face it. Arnold cannot do that no more. He's playing a guy who's 65 years old. We both know he's no 65 years old. He's in his 70s. He's home feeding his farm animals. Or donkeys or whatever he's got. With his fucked up old man hair.
You don't have to read this. I'm just doing this for Bobby. Thank you once again, Bobby. That's cool. The only one of those I like is Godzilla, but that's cool, Bobby. Your top 4 favorites. Thank you, man. Didn't see War of the Monsters, or if I did, I don't remember anything about it. I don't watch Gamera, and I don't watch wrestling anymore. So Braun Strowman, he can suck a dick.
Pretty much.
But
yeah. What are your thoughts on
my favorite
this?
monsters would be, real quickly, Bobby, my favorite monsters would be like Xenomorph and Predator and the Blob and the Thing.
Good
for
choices.
monsters.
Of course, the Leviathan creature too as well. The creature from Leviathan is great. Very underrated. So, but I was gonna ask you, what are your thoughts on this motherfucker over here? That now he's got a wrestling show talking shit about wrestling. Or what's his name? Freddie Prick Jr.
Oh yeah.
You heard about that? He's got a wrestling show and whatnot.
Because he was a writer for WWE.
Yeah. I don't know who would hire him, really, to be honest. It's not like he was he wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio, to be honest, but I guess he was out of work. Hey, come here. You want to work with us? Come here. You know?
Well, I mean,
and such.
If you ever watched WWE in the past 10 years, he would fit.
Yeah.
He would fit with us.
I know there was a whole thing about, he hates the Attitude Era and this and that and that and this. Oh, well, it is what it is. And such. Yeah, it's true. He grew up to become a prick, that guy. So that's why I call him Freddie Prick Jr. That's it.
I think he's asking, would you like the wrestler to find Victor and do stuff to him?
Yeah. I would like Judge Dredd to find them and, and throw him out the window like he did to Mama and shit, in slow motion with the slow-mo drug. So he could go slowly to his death. That's what I want to see. And such. Thank you for your donation once again. That was real nice of you. There you go. I can put all that in his piggy bank. That's it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You know what it is? At one point, I liked the guy. I seen a little podcast with him. Then I started investigating, seeing all this stuff. And what I saw is a very hateful man who is a guy that wants to be in your face to tell you his opinion, right? In your face. Now, granted, people will say, okay, we do that, but we're not here to force it upon you. He's there to force it upon you. Hey, wrestling sucks. Hey, Star Wars is this. Hey, if you don't like it, you can suck a dick and kiss my ass. He's like right in your fucking face. Like, he thinks he's a wrestler. That's what it is. He's a Hispanic boy from who lives on the street, not in the ghetto, but on the street, who thinks he's from the street. That's what's funny about him. Mm-hmm. It's like Adonis Creed, but the Hispanic version and stuff. He lives on the street, but he's not from the streets. He's from the streets like John Peters is. You remember that? Shit.
Yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr. ain't nothing to be impressed by. No one's ever impressed by his acting or by his accolades, which there are none, or his filmography. So he has no room to talk. Exactly.
He got no room to talk, and everything. Oh, Star Wars is for kids. Well, somebody was asking about, I guess, there's an Umbrella Blu-ray? I didn't know Umbrella made a Blu-ray for that. Wow. But I mean, I searched Amazon high and low. I mean, the only thing I popped up was just this one here and such. And it already has a making of from back in the day. I doubt you'll find a newer documentary. I mean, there's an interview with John Leguizamo when he talks about his a GQ thing when he goes to his iconic roles. Sure enough, he talked about this film. He had nice things to say about Bob Hoskins and working with the cast. The movie was the first of its kind and such and everything. Okay, it's not the God honest Mario Brothers film, okay, but at the time, what fucking source material do we have? Right? With Mario Brothers, there was no source material to play with. Now, with other stuff like Street Fighter 2 and Double Dragon, the source was right there, and they fucked it up. You know? It is what it is. Oh, yeah, talking about video games. Why in the hell are we getting a sequel to Doom Annihilation? What the fuck? Why are we getting a sequel to that piece of shit? Oh, man.
Well, I know Michael mentioned it, but I don't know how far along it is, or if he just mentioned it because he wants one, but I haven't seen anything official.
Well,
It might be
thankfully,
the director's just saying, I want to do it, but I haven't seen anything else on it.
oh, that's good. That's good. Because now that movie made that much money, even on streaming. Come on. When that movie came out, it had the lowest rating on fucking IMDb, for God's sakes. I have yet to see anyone that actually loved the film. I mean, if they do, power to them. But hey, you know, thanks to that movie, along with Dwayne Johnson's shitty track record in the past recent years, I now love the 2005 Doom. I'm looking forward to owning the Blu. I'm looking forward to owning the Blu-ray now. That's it. It's got my favorite lead guy. You got Carl Urban, pre-Dread, first-person shooter in the third act. Yes, I agree. We could have used a better director, maybe. Like, imagine a Steven Norrington getting a hold of a Doom film. He brought that energy. He brought the play and Death Machine, that type of vibe. Or if they need more action, you know, and stuff. The characters I thought were decent for what they had to be, not too shabby, and everything. The Rock, I mean, I admit I was one of the few people because I really so hard wanted him to be the next Arnold, but Arnold was a legend on his own. Because I was thinking this is his Predator, yes, but then that's not the case. No, it's, you know, he's the villain, and lo and behold, he actually gave an acting performance. Yeah, I know. The Rock.
In retrospect, I'm glad it was Carl Urban because it was Dread.
Yeah,
it actually worked out better than me.
Yeah, thanks to him becoming Dread. Yes, you know, with his Dread voice, taking on The Rock. You know, yes, even the wire stuff that's there in the fight, I didn't mind what it is. So but anyway, go to what you were saying.
No, people were asking. Efree has not seen Scream 6, so like 5 people asked. He has not seen Scream 6.
Oh no. I have zero interest. I saw Scream 5. I threw in the towel. Scream 6 just seems like to me, you want to take The Purge, you want to take a little bit of Judgment Night and throw it in there. That's what it seemed like they reminded me of. Because you see Ghostface with a shotgun.
I'll just watch the collection.
Yeah. The collection you watch. Yeah. He's got a shotgun. He's got a little machine gun, I think, matter of fact, with 2 dogs.
Machine gun.
Yeah, you know, he's doing that and such.
The first one he had a shotgun, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. He did, yeah.
He was shooting at the Josh Stewart at the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just watch those 2 movies instead.
Exactly. You want to see characters being chased by masked people? Watch The Purge Anarchy. Simple as that. The only Purge film that's worth your time. Granted, I have not seen Purge Forever, which takes place on the border and stuff and whatnot. I don't know if you got a request for that one, but it is what it is. I didn't see that one yet. I know there's a prequel one, The First Purge. Like, we need to see that one. That's a waste of fucking money. And shit. Somebody mentioned something interesting, right? Oh, that's cool. It's complete crap. So somebody who's seen it, cool. Somebody mentioned something interesting one time to me regarding The Purge. Why didn't he just make it an anthology? Just saying, you know, have this Purge thing happen. Maybe it's a big fucking city. There's different stories, different people involved with a Purge. You could play with more stuff. You don't need a prequel story. You don't need to do another one on the border or another border. Just do that. Make more sense. I don't know. Then they had a TV show. I don't know why, but which didn't last long. It was on USA. It came and went and such and everything.
Yeah.
I'm
So
actually
watched it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually maybe, just maybe the following weekend I'll go in for a blind watch and go see Evil Dead Rise. Maybe. I mean, the trailers. Well, I mean, I can explain that I respect the 1981 movie. I love the sequel. Army of Darkness has grown on me over the years. I don't mind Army of Darkness. The TV series was very disappointing because they made Ash a fuck up. But Evil Dead as a franchise, it was never my go-to franchise. So in a strange way, I respect, with you and many other people that loved it. It's it's right up there for you guys and such. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go in for a blind watch, see what happens. Because I was one of the few people, I didn't love the 2013 film To High Heaven, but I saw it. I was like, all right. I watched it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was there. I heard this one, well, some splats, which I know it takes more than that with Evil Dead. There's more to it. And God forbid a lead guy, which made those films unique. But we can't be unique anymore. No, we got to go by the fucking, right off this summer line. It's a woman. It's a woman. It's a woman, of course. And shit. Oh, did you hear about that screening that some fan lashed out at the cast at a Q&A? This movie sucks.
Yeah.
And you know about that? And then Sam Raimi made a comment to the new director because he was one of the producers. He was there. He goes, "Well, why did person sat through the whole movie? Why didn't they didn't like it? Why didn't they just walk the fuck out?" That's what Sam Raimi went into. Why didn't they just walk out? And shit. Then people were saying, "Oh, toxic fandom, toxic." Oh well.
Well, you thought the film sucked. That was me. Sorry. I was grouchy that way.
It'd be funny if they did a deep fake and they put your head there with the baseball cap. I'm like, wait a minute. I reckon who's saying that? Oh shit! I recognize the glasses and the baseball Rambo cap. That is Matt. Oh shit.
If they pay me, I hope. If they pay me, sure.
You sure it's Matt? You sure it's not his? You sure it's not his twin brother, Aaron Stanford? It might be Aaron Stanford in Scream 7, maybe. I don't know. It's the. Oh god.
If they pay me, I do it, and then when the film sucks, I'd be like, at least I got paid.
He got paid, and he got paid. Now he's gonna go get laid. There you go. So he goes back and forth. That's it. Oh man. Oh, have you seen that? Sean Clark has got his YouTube channel, Malfunction.
I'm gonna watch that tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. It was decent, not too shabby, not bad. I always love when he does the horror hallowed grounds, when he has people from the actual movie involved, which I know he don't do that much because I'm guessing that might be hard to get a hold of people and such. Like, it would be nice because I see Sam probably that too. It'd be nice if Sam Raimi would pop up there and such, because maybe it's interesting to have him actually talk to somebody. Because now it seems like he's just in a cage somewhere. We let him out. Okay, Sam, come out. Okay, I say this. Okay, well, I said that. Okay, get out.
He did conventions and people say he was nice.
Okay, I'm sure he's nice, but just he seemed like a guy that he's locked up somewhere, and then he got let him out to say something or whatever. It's kind of like the John Carpenter thing, with the Halloween trilogy, these bullshit movies. He's consulting. He's like reading something. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm consulting. Like he's consulting Deep Space, Dead Space, big way, whatever, and shit. So he counted his money. Okay, what was that again? They're doing a chainsaw. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. Bob, what do you think about that? I'm counting my money. Leave me alone. Go ahead. What do you think about that, Bruce? Leave me the fuck alone. I'm fixing my hand. I gotta put the chainsaw back on. Hold on. And everything. Oh man, but I see Sean. He's got a thing. Yeah, good rant you did on that. He's got a thing called the show called The Thing with Two Heads, where he teams up with this guy who's an effects guy. I forgot the guy's name. He did the effects for those fucking Halloween films and whatnot and such. Yeah. And he did a good episode, a two-parter with Robert Russler. and a lot of good stories from Rustler and whatnot. And I wish it was a live stream because I would have loved to ask. I had my friend ask the question, or if I somehow there, I could yell out, "Would you ever do a Horror's Hollow Grounds on Nightmare 2? Come on, Sean, you could do it. Fucking do it. Come on, cut the bullshit already. You see it. Make Robert Rustler laugh or something." Because you had that whole gag they had going on with each other. Because Sean Clark didn't want to do Elmer Street 2 and shit. It'd be funny if he actually did it. That'd be fun. Why not? Fuck it. I think that film's gotten some love over the years and such and everything. But I know there was something interesting that Halloween Kills, there was like a review of it. And I'm sure Sean Clark, when he was on the podcast with your boys, CK and Uncle Bill, and they talked about Halloween Kills, right, when we had just come out, there's stuff I don't like about it, but I'm not allowed to talk about it yet. But maybe I'll die it down for when I talk about it. I was like, okay, what did Sean Clark not like about it? So it took a while, and then he finally did a video of it, but with his buddy from the effects. And now, I know Sean looked like he wanted to say more, but then his buddy said something about, people complain to me about the movie a lot. I honestly don't give a fuck if people like the film or not. You don't like it, you don't like it. I didn't write the fucking movie. I just did the effects. Stop complaining to me about it. I don't want to hear it. And I see Sean Clark like almost like thinking, okay, shit, he's trying to rethink his strategy a little bit. But he mentioned some stuff he didn't like. Like, I makes you wonder, like, God forbid if you were doing effects on a film that I hated and I had to do a video being honest about it. Would you respect my honesty, or you tell me, Efree, shut the fuck up, I don't want to lose my job?
Well, did you hate the effects?
No.
They don't matter because my job was done.
That's what I would think, right? It wouldn't matter. Unless David Gordon Green comes to him, look, you tell your fucking friend, man, you'll lose your job, you don't keep me off track. Maybe that's something like that. I don't know. Maybe he's afraid that the effects guy was going to get canned or something. But I thought that was funny. You look at Sean's face, like when the guy said that, like, oh, okay, all right. Like he was thinking about it real carefully when he says words and shit. Well, I'm sure the guy wouldn't get that mad about it. It's like, you didn't write the shit. That's it. The fucking David Gordon, which I find funny. Him and Danny McBride, they came up with the script for the 2018 movie, right? But if you notice the sequels, they didn't write shit. You know why? They didn't intend it to be trilogy. They thought it'd be a one-off until Jason Blum went, grabbed them by the shirt. Hey, where you guys going? Come here. Come back over here. Come on. We need you for another movie. But I left her. I got my money. No, come back over here. Come on. That's what must have happened. Like, you know, you grab two little kids when they fuck up, grab the shirt. Come here. That's what I think happens. Because they got a different writer for Halloween Kills. Got a different writer for this latest fucking film. This is an atrocity on its own because it's a Christine remake without Christine. The fucking outcast character they pulled out of their asshole. And something, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to Jamie Foxx. I hope he's doing well. I don't know if you heard about this aneurysm he caught on the making of his new film with Cameron Diaz. Yeah, but something weird's been happening with him because Cameron Diaz, as you know, was retired from acting, so she wasn't gonna come back to acting. But Jamie Foxx reached out to her for his new movie he's working on. I forgot the name of it. If anyone in the chat knows about this, you could chime in if you want. Of course, chime in anyway, no matter what. It's Bat's world. Yeah. So, Cameron Diaz had got out of retirement, and something happened. He had a mental breakdown during the making of the film, which got Cameron Diaz a little pissed off because she came out of retirement. Now Jamie Foxx is whatever. I don't know what's going on with him. And then there was talks about he got rushed to a hospital recently. Something about a brain aneurysm or brain bleed or something. So I hope Jamie's doing okay and such and whatnot, you know. So I heard about that. I don't know if anyone. Yeah, that was what happened recently. I know that the mental breakdown thing, that was something a few weeks ago. I know that and such. I don't know, some comedy movie or something. He's the lead in. He got Cameron Diaz out of retirement, which I know was like a big deal. Oh shit, she retired, but she came out for Jamie Foxx. Oh good. Personally, I would love to see Cameron Diaz come out of retirement and be the lead villain in the and day shift, he would have been better than the girl that they got. To be honest, you know, that's
Right.
what, but and everything. But I thought you heard about that. Yeah, that he's that apparently he's in a hospital and such. Hopefully he pulls through.
Okay.
Such Jamie Foxx. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, what
it's
do you?
too bad.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I was asking you, what are your thoughts on the the whole Chris Rock's Netflix special? How he finally let Will and Jada have it on stage. He finally lashed out with his special, which I saw the clip of it. I just clapped. I was like, "Get him, Chris! Get him! Get him!" I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, bits of it, and
Yeah,
then people got mad at him for it.
yeah, mostly Will. Oh, I'm surprised with Will Simp. Oh, I'm surprised that Netflix allowed him to do that. I'm disappointed in Netflix. I like that. It's funny he has something to say about Chris Rock, but meanwhile, when Eddie Murphy made that whole joke about about what he did and when he accepted his award, he didn't say jack shit to Eddie Murphy. But now he's got something to say to Chris Rock. Really? Fuck that, man. Fuck him, any simp wife. And I know Marlon Wayans, he did a comedy special. He told a hilarious story, but in a way he kind of fucked all of them though, because he mentions how Chris Rock used to bully him a lot with back in the day, because Marlon was up for that cheap guy role and I'm gonna get you sucker, but Keenan went with Chris Rock, and how Chris Rock used to fuck with him a lot because he was the youngest of the Wayans, so he would fuck with him a lot and such. And all that shit happened, and then he says, "You see, it's like Tupac Shakur's spirit possessed Will Smith. Even that walk, I recognize that walk. I worked with Tupac Shakur." He mentions the whole thing and everything like that. Shit, I don't know. It was hilarious. Marlon goes into the whole thing, but he fucked all of them though. This is hilarious about it. He went after Chris Rock, Will Smith, and Jada, talking about how he had the ultimate crush on Jada and everything like that, and how Jada manipulated him. Oh, I think our relationship should go to another level. There's somebody I want you to meet. Who should introduce them to? My new boyfriend, Will Smith. And how Marlon's heart broke and all this other shit and everything like that. I don't know. It was a crazy thing. I mean, it was the funniest thing I've seen Marlon do on stage, because I've seen his stand-up before. He was never that great, but I admit that whole story, the way he tied it together, it was hilarious though. But he went after all of them though. So it's hilarious about it and shit. Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't see that special. I have to look that up.
Yeah.
Marlon
I don't know.
Wayans one.
I think it's called, I think God Loves Me. I think the name of that special is. I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw that clip. It might be on YouTube and such. I know the Netflix one with Chris Rock, I heard it was pretty good. That thing with Will Simp and the whole thing through his perspective, that was the one that finished out the show. So probably that's the most clip. That's probably the one that's most on YouTube and such. But it was fun. It was fun. It was nice to see Chris Rock, stand up, using his mouth and the vocals, holding that shit in for a whole year. And it's like, get him, Chris. You know what I mean? That's right.
The only thing is that he did screw up a few times. Like, Will Smith was not the shark in Shark Tale, and like he was screw up a few of his anecdotes.
Yeah, he admitted, I think the he got the movies mixed up. What was it? Emancipated and Concussion. He mixed them up. I think even he admitted he fucked that up. Yeah, and everything. That's what started the whole thing with the 2016. She wanted to boycott the Oscars, and he made a joke about that, and I guess that didn't sit well or whatnot and shit. And all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he fucked up a few times. Yeah. Like a wise man said, he gets fucked up sometimes.
I don't think he hasn't seen this film, but I'll put up there since he mentioned it. I don't think he know what K-12 is.
I remember you did a rant on something called K-12. Didn't you do a rant on something?
Yeah, it's a lady who's a senior and did like her own version of Pink Floyd The Wall, but it's very TikTok lame type of. Their place, I don't know how to explain. It's like a lady TikToker's version of Pink Floyd's The Wall.
And funny enough, I've heard of The Wall. I still to this day haven't seen The Wall. The only wall I've seen is my wall. I gotta see The Wall one day.
It's like one. It's a Melanie Martinez is the singer,
Okay.
and it's like one long music video trying to be very surreal,
Oh,
crazy, but there's a lot of lame asides. There's a whole song about orange juice, and they're playing kids, but at the same time, they're all like 25-year-old dressed like Britney Spears, and I don't know. It's just
so,
weird,
so I guess they were
dumbass
trying to
shit.
they were trying to be, I guess, like that fucking movie, which is the one with the Rock when he changed his name to Dwayne Johnson. He finally used Dwayne Johnson's name. What was that one with the same director who did Donnie Darko? I forgot. Well, that's the one where the Rock does a stupid thing like this.
Southland Tales.
Yeah, trying to be something like that. It's something I don't know, a little more weird. I know it's like a Justin Timberlake scene in there where he starts lip syncing to a song. It's like very weird music video. You know that movie's getting a Blu-ray? That fucking movie getting a special edition. Southland Tales.
Mm.
I forgot who's releasing it. Oh yeah, I can talk about some releases I looked up. Like Arrow
Mm-hmm.
Video apparently is getting a hold of some Hong Kong films now. Like they're getting Jackie Chan's Meals on Wheels, Dragon's Foot. It might be them or Tough Factory. 88 Films, I think they're doing Death Warrant with Van Damme. But Van Damme's nowhere to be found because so what I hear, Van Damme hates that film. I don't know why, but he hates Death Warrant and such. So maybe because of Mark DeSalle. Mark DeSalle is one of the producers on it. I don't know. But I know there's a features on it. There's a commentary with the director. And I think Patrick Kilpatrick's joining the director in the commentary. So it might be interesting. Maybe there's some insight behind what the fuck happened and such. But I would love to pick that up on Blu-ray and such. I think 88 Films also got Lone Wolf McQuade. Big surprise, no Chuck Norris, of course. But Robert Beltran, Leon Isaac Kennedy, they're interviewed. I think they're on a commentary, one of them. Maybe this inside story. What the fuck is up with that? There's an interview with Chuck Norris. I think it's a podcast interview somebody did. It's a long one, but it goes more into his religion stuff. It's with him and his wife and some guy. I had it saved somewhere. I think I watched half of it and I gave up on it because it seemed like his wife is there with him. His wife tries to introduce some humor. And at times you see Chuck Norris like he doesn't want to joke around too. He's like, like giving her like one of those and such. Because something about it was a sexual joke got brought up and she brought it up, or something like that. Oh, is the power of your punch is still good? His power is good somewhere else. You know, he gave like a quick one of those. So I guess maybe Chuck does not like to joke like that. So, I don't know. And it just seemed like a very lame interview. I don't know, maybe Chuck Norris's memory is not as good as it used to be, or maybe he's selective of what he wants to fucking talk about. I don't know. So, but they get in Lone Wolf McQuade. Has a nice cover. I like the cover on it and such. And if I remember what the other titles were, Heart of Dragons. So I'm looking forward to that one because that's an overlooked Jackie Chan film. Lo and behold, the only Jackie Chan film you will find where Jackie Chan actually kills somebody, a bad guy. Lo and behold, because you know sometimes we always make that assessment: does he kill any villains? I mean himself and such, because it's violent. It's violent. That reminds me, I gotta send you one day a versus video, Collateral Damage versus The Foreigner, because they're pretty much the same fucking film. Both films, you have a lead guy, he's an action hero, he's in a gritty performance. He loses a family member due to an explosion and a terrorist. Both films, the lead guy goes on a mission to go after the terrorist, the person who killed his family. Except Arnold did a better movie, in my opinion. Very overlooked film. Collateral Damage, I always loved.
Yeah, I always enjoy that as well. That's
way better than The Foreigner with Jackie Chan. I don't want to be violent. I don't want to be violent. Oh yeah, there was a written interview with Jackie Chan. Somebody asked him about why isn't he in the Expendables, and he finally answered. He said something about he told Sly he would love to have done it if it was just him and Sly. Maybe he didn't want to sort of do the ensemble thing, I guess. or something like
Yeah,
that.
I've heard that before. Yeah,
Yeah, that he
he
didn't
said
want to
that
do
before. Yeah.
he didn't want to do the ensemble thing and whatnot and such. I know Jet Li pretty much, I guess, disappeared because I know he was ill for a while. He has a kind of weird illness that it aged him very fast. Very strange illness he caught. I don't know, but thankfully he's hopefully doing better. I know he was in that tsunami a few years back, which that within itself makes an interesting movie. It'd be like a drama with him or something. But he saw a lot of horrible things in that tsunami, a lot of people, and I guess he had an epiphany or something about that I should be doing stuff better with my stardom instead of doing these movies. So, okay, power to you, Jet. He's a judge on China's version of America's Got Talent. Hey, whatever floats your boat, Jet.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, if it pays, it pays.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and everything. Yeah. Wow.
Let's see. Let me look at the chat here.
Okay.
Efree, can you tell me your thoughts on Indiana Jones 5 if you saw the trailer?
Hey, it looks like dog shit to me. I never hated this film. I got my collection right here next to me here. I've never hated this film. Yes, I understand there's some bad CGI. I'll give you that. The whole nuke the fridge thing, all the bullshit that these latest Fast and the Furious movies get away with. Nobody says nothing about Tarzan car from the last fucking film or whatnot. Or Toretto flying to save the girl and landing on his famous Charger to save his back from breaking. Nobody says shit about that. But everybody got shit to say about this. Shia LaBeouf, I wish him the best. I hope he's doing better now. He don't go off the rails again and such. I know he did a long video interview with John Bernthal. John Bernthal's got like a podcast. Everybody's got podcasts now. John Bernthal's got a podcast where he let Shia LaBeouf let it out and talk about all his problems. And I noticed the older he's getting, the more Cajun he sounds. Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, brother, I gotta do this, brother. This is wow. I didn't realize that Simon Wiki was all Cajun now. Oh shit. Wow. He could be the next Chance Boudreaux almost. Wow. Shit. But I wish him the best. I wish him the best. But I love Indy 4. I mean, Indy 5, I just think it's a lot of de-aging bullshit. And first off, no Spielberg, no Indiana Jones. Simple as that. This new guy, James Mangold, he did one great film. Excuse me. Copland. Great movie. I did not care for his Wolverine movie, aka the Wolverine. I don't give a fuck about the director's cut. And Logan, I don't mind Logan. It has its flaws, but I could watch Logan and such. I wonder if he's gonna do the same bullshit like he did with Logan with Indy now. Is Indy gonna die in the end too? Which I would not be surprised if that's the fucking case. The fourth movie had an ending. I was happy with the ending. It was a good time at the theater. Loved the film a lot. So that's my thought of Indy 5,000.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Copland is a great movie.
It is. They had the judging in blood. There's your director's cut. Watch the director's cut. All that scenes fit there. Well, there you go. Maybe you never know, because it's nihilist. It's nihilist. That's why everything gotta be nihilist now. John Wick dies in the end. It's nihilist. Rambo dies in the end. It's nihilist. Everyone likes that shit now.
So wait a minute. If they made John Wick 5 and he's alive, does that mean you'll like John Wick 4?
I don't know. It's just I don't. I disagree with Chad Stahelski. I understand he had a crossword, whatever his brain or whatever. He got confused. If you look at that interview again, look at the ending when he mentions that thing about fans, about that. It's very haunting now when you see the result. It's very haunting now. But I respect the fact that
really, because everybody loved it.
Yeah. Despite a few of us, I gotta check out if Mike did Mike do a rant on John Wick 4 yet, or he didn't post it, or he didn't rant on it yet.
You reviewed it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I think you reviewed it, yeah.
Okay. I'll take a look at it and such. I want to hear Michael's thoughts on the John Wick film. I'm curious. I don't know where he stands with the sequels or with this latest film. I'm sure he might hate it because if he hated Logan, I guarantee he's gonna get more pissed with with this shit. I know he wasn't a fan of Logan. You know, he was very vocal on Logan. Yeah, it is. I can imagine he's gonna pass a kidney stone when he sees John Wick 4. Forget about that. Oh man, it's all bullshit.
I would still dislike John Wick 4 because of many other reasons. Has a lousy opening. Has it went too far in the action. Way too far.
That's one thing I was scared of when I saw the ending of part 3. When he went off that building, I'm like, I don't know, guys. You're kind of pushing it now. He survived falling off a building. I don't know.
And hitting metal all the way down.
And I don't know. It's kind of pushing it up, you know. You see, once again, nuke the fridge, right? But no one bitches about, you know, bouncing CGI man going down the fucking the street, right? See? You can make up a name for this. The bouncing ball man. Boing, boing. John Bounce. You know, I have nuke the fridge. Okay, I'll make one. John Bounce. Let's see. Rubber Man. John Rubber Man. That's it. Man,
I like fighting. John Rubber Man.
John Rubber Man. There you go. that'll be our thing.
That's a website.
There you go.
JohnRubberman.com.
John Rubberman. That's it.
John with condoms coming soon.
There you go. Boing.
You won't shoot blanks.
That's it. Oh God.
You won't be shooting blanks with John with condoms. Yeah. You need to be at JohnRubberman.com.
I mean, the one little scene. Okay, maybe two scenes. The one scene I didn't mind in the fight with him and Scott Adkins. I like that punch clothesline because there's power in it. But my question is, I hope they bring this up in the fucking interview if I do see the second part of that. I want to find out, did Keanu do that shit or was that his stunt, the guy that did that? Because that looks too crazy. Then it was like a 360. Like, what the fuck? You know? Okay, and the nunchuck scene. All right. The nunchuck scene. Okay, that was cool with the nunchucks and taking the gun away and going like this. All right. And such. American. Why does Donnie Yen have to be blind in American action type of movies? Because he was blind in fucking Star Wars Rogue One. He's blind here. Even Jimmy Kimmel made a joke about that. And Donnie wasn't laughing that much. What do you mean, Jimmy? I don't understand. What do you mean? What? Got a blind Donnie Yen. I don't know what. Oh, God.
But let me look at the chat here. Thank you guys, by the way, for coming by. David Paul Blanchard, good luck on your script. I don't know anything about writing scripts, so nah. But good luck on writing your script on, I guess he's writing like an alternate sequel to Elm Street 3. Good luck with that.
That's cool.
Have fun.
Have fun, man. I wish you the best out there. No doubt, man.
Well, let's see. Sorry, just getting through.
Don't worry about it. Give me a chance to regroup, you know, just to recharge a little bit. That's all. Give everybody a chance to like, okay, let me time in some questions now. Get something for the guys. There you go.
What's Efree's thoughts on Cocaine Bear?
I will admit, when I saw the trailer to it, I was a little curious. I was like, okay, this is a stupid B-movie idea. And then I looked up, it's a true story, supposedly. I looked up the real story. I know the embellishments always get made. But then I saw red flags. One of the biggest red flags I saw when I saw who the director was, Elizabeth Banks. Because I know what that means. I know that if no one likes the film, she's going to go to social media and curse everybody out. You men don't like nothing. Like she did with her Charlie's Angels fucking movie didn't work. But I think it made some money, so I don't think she was that vocal about any bullshit. But when I found out, thanks to your video, that, and I was going to go to a theater on a blind watch for that one, but your video saved me money, which thank you for that. And I know my boy, I Live Again One, he told me about your rant as well. He said, don't see it. I said, what happened? Go to Matt's video. Go to it. So I looked at your video like, oh, that's why. the title character is barely in the fucking film. It's like the cocaine bear is an afterthought. I would think with the title character, wouldn't you want the bear in the movie more? No. So it's just a lot of jokes and bullshit and Ray Liotta and yeah, really, that's it, pretty much. So I gave up. So I saved money on that. I bit the bullet on that. Thankfully, I didn't. I dodged the bullet on that.
And they try to make you feel sorry for the bear at the end.
It's on cocaine. It's got habits. Forget about that. Sorry. It made me feel sorry for anybody else. Anybody else who got habits, who runs off and shoots up a whole schoolyard. Oh, because it's on cocaine. It's got habits. It's an animal. Nah, sorry.
Apparently.
Yeah, man. Fun B movie idea if they go balls out, but sadly they drop the ball. So you know, an animal high on drugs killing people. Okay, I sort of saw that done better in this classic '80s movie we both know and love, but it was a chemical thing. It was called Alligator. Remember the chemical in the sewer? Giant fucking alligator fucking up the city. You know, killing Henry Silver because he's doing the whale noise shits or whatever. That's it. That movie did it better. And such.
It definitely did. Yeah.
Classic
Cocaine Bear. I think it was like at best a time waster, but at the same time it's just very mediocre.
I mean, especially when you have a title like that, you want to see the title character in the movie doing more carnage, not cutaway shots. You know, and then you know, and all this other bullshit.
So, Preminators asked him, "What are your thoughts on Unlawful Entry?"
Underrated movie, one of Kurt Russell's most overlooked films. Of my favorite film in that genre, during that era when we had these thrillers that were really slasher films, but they couldn't call it slasher films, so they called it thrillers and everything. It's in the top 5. I mean, I'll put it up there with Fatal Attraction. I'll probably put it above Fatal Attraction. Way better than Basic Instinct. Kurt Russell, very overlooked performance. Ray Liotta knocked it out of the park. May he rest in peace. Jim Madeline Stowe, directed by Jonathan Kaplan, another guy who could rest in peace. And love the film a lot. That crowd-pleasing end fight, ending, good score. I love the film a lot. It really needs a Blu-ray. I think there's a Blu-ray overseas. It'd be nice if it gets some special features. I would have loved to seen the original casting choice for Ray Liotta's characters. I know originally they were looking at Mel Gibson, which that would have been great. Mel Gibson versus Kurt Russell. No, it would have been way better.
Sunrise.
It would have been better than Tequila Sunrise. Tequila Sunrise, I could never. It made all that money. I didn't get it. That's the movie I just didn't get it. The only thing I had fun with that film, with Tequila Sunrise, I like the Raul Julia's performance and his little moments he has with Mel Gibson. I'm gonna tell everybody you're a champion fucker, and all the housewives will go crazy with you. I hear me yelling at Mel Gibson at the end. You think it's like a compass. It points this way. It this and that. Because he wants to kill Michelle Pfeiffer. Mel Gibson's not going to let him do it. So he gives him a whole spiel. So I like a little bit of their moments. But it's a very long movie. Kurt Russell's not doing a bad job, but he looks bored and such. And I just didn't get it. I'm like John Hurt and Big. I don't get it. So but it made money. But Mel Gibson versus Kurt Russell on that film would have been epic. Would have been more epic. Those two guys, Mel versus Kurt, that would have been epic. Especially Mel. Mel could turn on that intensity, and such. Yeah. So that would have. The Lawful Entry is a classic. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that film, and Mel Gibson. I agree. It's like the film. I know you're not interested, but I like the film On the Line. I thought that was a really good film with Mel Gibson.
Oh, is that the one when he's the radio? Oh yeah. And I heard about the twist and everything. Yeah, it's like that. It's like maybe if they gave it on cable, maybe I don't know, maybe. That
definitely is one of his better recent films. Easily,
oh yeah.
What
are your thoughts on Get the Gringo?
I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, very good.
That's one of the better ones.
Yeah, that's from the same director who will go on to do Last Blood. Believe it or not.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, funny enough.
Get the Gringos a lot better.
Yeah. Very good movie. Mel Gibson. Kind of like, I actually put it above Payback, but that's me, because Payback was, granted, I've never seen the alternate cut of the film, which I find it interesting. There's two different cuts of the movie. I would like to see the alternate cut of Payback someday and whatnot. I know you've seen both cuts. I think from what I looked up, there's only one big difference. Like Chris Christopherson's in the theatric version, and then the alternate version is some other actor. And I guess the comedy's toned down in the alternate version or something. I don't know. I mean, one day I'd like to see you do a video on those films. If you, I think you had it in your collection on one time. I don't know if you still do with the move or whatnot.
I think I just have the theatrical because I didn't like the other cut.
You like the other cut? Oh, okay.
It's more serious. It's more ambiguous on whether he lives or dies at the end.
Okay.
I like the theatrical cut a lot more.
All right, cool. And everything.
A lot more fun.
That's cool. Yeah, Get the Gringo I always thought was an overlooked one. I know you didn't care for Edge of Darkness, but I liked it for what it was and such. I liked it. Bloodfather, I know that's a film we split on. I know you love Bloodfather and such. I hated the.
I never said I loved it.
I thought you did. I thought you loved Bloodfather. I didn't know. I thought you did.
I didn't mind it.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't love it.
Oh, okay. It's been so long. I don't know. I'm a little out of it sometimes.
Yeah.
That's all.
He's right.
I mean, that's cool. I don't want to put words in your mouth or nothing. That's cool.
That's fine.
That's cool. But Bloodfather. Because what got me mad about Bloodfather is I actually thought it was gonna be everybody after him and his daughter on the fucking road. That's the way I got the impression by the trailers. Okay, his daughter's wanted by the Sicario cartel or whatever. They put a contract out, everybody's after them on the road. Action on the road. That's how I thought it was gonna be. No, these motherfuckers are doing shit behind the cartel's back. He has a little shit going on with Michael Parks. There's some dialogue. His daughter does stupid shit that gets Mel Gibson killed and whatnot. So I don't know. And so the acting by the daughter wasn't bad, but I just didn't like the daughter character. And so that's just me, though. But Mel Gibson was doing a good job acting-wise. He wasn't, like, one thing, he wasn't phoning it in. He was really, like, he wanted to be there and such and everything like that. Yeah. What are your thoughts on those movies that Will Ferrell did with Marky Mark, where I think it was called Fathers or Stepfather or something? Because it was the second film they did together after
Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home, yeah. So I know there was a sequel.
I didn't see those.
Because I know there was a sequel where Mel Gibson plays Marky Mark's father, and John Lithgow plays Will Ferrell's father. So I don't know
if I saw those, I don't remember a thing about them.
Well, because that tells you a lot.
It's Daddy's Home.
Yeah, it tells
if
you a
I
lot.
saw them, I don't remember anything about them. So there you go.
I've never seen them, so I thought maybe I'd ask you. And when Daddy's Home, Marky Mark and his Funky Bunch. That's it. I know he's been disappeared lately. We haven't seen him in a while, thankfully, right? Because I can't think of anything recent he's done that came out. Right? At one point, he was everywhere. You couldn't get away from Marky Mark. Guess he took a fucking hiatus. Yeah, right. That's how good it was. Yeah, he's out. I know he was at Peter Berg's dick for a long time, I guess, because him and Peter Berg were like this. Every time Peter Berg did a film, I gotta get Mark. I gotta get Mark. I gotta get Mark.
He had the Mile 22.
Yeah, that was a piece of shit.
Pretty lame. You
took his same character from The Departed, and you pretty much gave him the whole fucking film. That's what Mile 22 is. And all this bullshit. And then Eagle Where's now that movie has bad editing with this whole fucking ambiguous ending because they want sequels, which they never got. And shit.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't deserve it either.
Yeah. You want to see a better version of the film? Watch 16 Blocks. I'd rather deal with Most Def. But you killed Moses. I'd rather deal with Most Def and the bad accent than anything in fucking Mile 22. I'd rather watch The Gauntlet. And The Gauntlet is not that bad or that great, but I'd rather watch The Gauntlet with Clint Eastwood and Sandra Locke than Mile 22. And such.
But real quick, like I think you forgot to finish your sentence, Bobby. You didn't mention the name that. So
Okay.
okay, he did mention it, but no, neither of us have heard of it. We're not really into football. Really, the only football player I know is as an actor is Brian Bosworth
Yeah.
from Stone Cold.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So or
Brian
O.J. Simpson.
Bosworth,
That's the difference.
Brian Bosworth, or even way back when was it Fred the Hammer Williamson and Jim
Yeah.
Brown. You got those guys and such.
Yeah.
Of course,
O.J.
Bo Jackson.
Simpson.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson. You know, and such. They're like that. Bo Jackson. Bo knows. Bo did everything. So Bo did football, baseball, fucking everything. Whatnot.
What was a better acting performance? Him and Naked Gun, O.J. Simpson, or him saying he was innocent? What was a better acting performance?
Neither, to be honest. I can't think. He wasn't that good of an actor to begin with. That's why they always put him in little bits of Naked Gun. Shit. The first movie, he was in a hospital. That's it. The second film, he was barely in it. And then the third film, he had that giant afro that he couldn't fit inside a wall. That's about it. Everything. Oh, God.
Why did you think O.J. was innocent?
I don't think the man was innocent.
I
don't buy that whole bullshit about the glove don't fit. You must have quit. That glove fit. Who you bullshitting? The glove fit.
He did it.
Yeah, he did it. He did it.
He admitted it. I did I don't know if for someone they wanted it with footage, so I made an upload to send it to the person.
All right.
He did a thing years ago, OJ My Truth or something. It was something like that. He pretty much talked with the interviewer about what happened that night. And like, if I assume if this person did this, but then he kept going with I did this and I did that. I wish I could remember. It pretty much was, this guy's so stupid. The Lost Confession. O.J. Simpson, The Lost Confession. It's on YouTube.
Was this the video that he did where he did it right after he got the verdict and he starts discrediting his wife? I know he did a video like that. He started talking shit about his wife, and his wife's not there to defend him.
No, this was like, I think when he got out of jail the second time, and it was when he was trying to sell his book.
Oh, really? Wow.
And
I don't think he's doing that well health-wise these days. So I don't know. He might not be with us that long. So, goodness.
Good.
Wow, man. He's not a smart man. He's not a smart man. I steal something from Damon Wayans. Like Damon Wayans did a comedy special from HBO years back called Still Standing. He said when OJ got that verdict, he should have went to Ireland somewhere, became king of the white women in Ireland or something like that. But no, he makes a fucking video, starts discrediting his wife. That's just some old pussy. You know, anybody had that pussy. Ethan Allen, Debbie Allen, Woody Allen. You have to be Allen, you get the pussy. Everybody get the pussy. Starts talking shit about his wife and everything. They're like that. It's a fun special. You gotta look it up. Damon Wayans Still Standing. He goes to he rips O.J. Simpson to shreds and such. He's not a smart man. He's just a dumb motherfucker. And I don't buy that whole thing. Now, I understand your friend is your friend, but even when murder and jail time comes along, I don't think your friend's gonna back you up to drive you all the way throughout the fucking Ford Bronco, throughout the highway with cops chasing you and shit. Like, God forbid, if I was a violent man or I did something horrible like that, I can't see myself calling up Matt. Hey, Matt, look, I'm in trouble. Can you drive this getaway car? Hello, Matt. Matt, hello? Hello, Matt. Michael, hello? Mike, motherfucker. This shit. You know, it's bullshit. Because no one stands around to wait to be stabbed. I hate to be bare bad news. Granted, maybe curiosity make you stick around for 2 stabs. Like, wow, you run. Fuck that. Because you got 2 people, 1 man versus 2 people. 1 motherfucker is gonna run. No one's gonna stay there and wait for your turn. Can you hurry up, please? I can't wait all day. You gotta get to a minute. Put the glasses down there. Come on, you can't do that. It's crazy. Oh man. But hey, he's not a smart man. No. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, O.J. Simpson Lost Confession. That is just. If everyone ever wants to watch this on YouTube, it's a pretty damn interesting thing. It was a interview 2006
Wow.
when it happened.
That was might have been right after when he was trying to do that heist or something to get his Heisman
So he
trophy.
had that book. He had that book called "If I Did It."
He did it. He just put the book. I did it. That'd be a bestseller. I did it. And
Well,
Johnny got me
"If
off.
I Did It."
Just take out the if, but I
If.
did it. You dumb fuck. Oh my god.
And him and his friend named Charlie, who was with him at the time.
Oh, it wasn't
And
AC?
hypothetical.
Oh.
Some say it might have been his son.
I
They
know
wonder
that
maybe it was him and his son who did it.
I've heard stories about that too. Because I know there was this whole thing about, because I know my family, when that trial was going on, that was like the creme de la creme. They were watching that. It was televised and everything. Just all the stories that come out. It was just crazy television. But there was always discussions about that. Wait a minute. His teenage son, did not like Nicole too much. There were stories about that. So, I'm not saying anything, but if he did it, like the book says, if, with a capital I, F, if, and such, you know. Okay. Oh, talking about videos, thank you for sending me that. I was watching that thing with John Landis with the Twilight Zone trial. I found something funny in there. You know, in the reenactments, when they get the reenactment, the actors to reenact the trial.
Yeah.
The guy that's playing John Landis, I kept thinking he looks so familiar. It's the same fucking guy who wanted to be in Stranger Things. You know the guy who was the conspiracy guy from season 2? That's him. So shit, he's John Landis. Holy shit.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Because I recognize the forehead. He's younger there. He had hair there. But you would see, yeah. That's the motherfucker from season 2. Yeah. He's John Landis? Wow, he's a better John Landis than John Landis. Shit. But John Landis deserves a big fuck you, and a big fuck you to that jury guy who's kissing his ass. But we're not here to know about the crime. We're here to talk about the thing, the facts. No, it is the crime. The crime is bigger than the facts, dude.
Yeah.
The only one person I feel sorry for was the helicopter pilot. That's the one poor guy that he didn't know what he was getting into. You know, he was just trying to fly the helicopter, do what he was supposed to fucking do. And John Landis with his cocaine, which they don't bring it up in the fucking, but he used cocaine, the cocainum, whatever you call that shit. And all the shit that went down. And that's the one guy I felt sorry for. Him, the parents, and such, the female prosecutor and whatnot. Oh, but it's not about that. It's about this. Yes, it's about the crime. The crime is bigger than the fucking the allegations. Maybe he must have told him, hey, look, if you get him off, he'll put you in The Stupids or something. This other movie he's working on. Put him in one of those fucking movies or something. Give him a cameo in that. Yeah, because that was the movie he did years later with The Stupids, right? He didn't do much. Or he had he did Innocent Blood, which wasn't that great.
Well, after that, he did Coming to America, and then was after Coming to America. Can't remember what he did right after. I know Beverly Hills Cop 3 was in the middle there.
Yeah.
And Innocent Blood, like you mentioned.
Yeah. Because he was trying to go back to that horror vibe, I guess, with American Werewolf in London, but it just didn't work. I don't know. Interesting premise. Okay, a female.
No, we discussions.
We've had
like arguments.
No, we haven't argued. No, and such, you know. Matt's a big guy. He has the upper hand. He go, that's it. Just kidding.
Just fun discussions.
Nah, we have discussions. You know, that's it. You know, it's over 10 years. Over 10 years.
Yeah.
Over 10 years. What? 2009 and such. Yeah, it is. Out of all the anthologies, I could never. The only one story I didn't mind was the one with John Lithgow. It was the creature, and John
George
Lithgow's
Miller.
before. George Miller directed that. That was a good one. I mean, but the other stories, the one with Kathleen Quinlan, and the one at the beginning, then the one that Spielberg did with the kick the can and the elderly people, like and such, and the whole wraparound with Dan Aykroyd and Albert Brooks talking about movies and Jacques Cousteau. That was fun. Granted, that creature that Dan Aykroyd turned into fucked with me a lot when I was a kid. Like, that scared the shit out of me, though, a little bit. Oh, Dan Aykroyd's a butt boy of John Landis. My
That's
goodness.
what it was. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar. That was the one.
Oscar was good.
I knew something was missing.
I revisited Oscar about 2 years ago. I gotta say that I grew on me. I really love that film a lot.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
But
very good.
Yeah, Twilight Zone, as in direction, as in, I would say that segment with John Landis is one of the most
Depressing.
What's the word I'm looking for? No, it's unprofessional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Joe Blow, they have a YouTube channel. I think they had a thing where they show clips of John Landis on the set of that movie and him screaming up a storm, cursing people out, being confrontational. Once again, cocaine and such and everything. I think even there was this thing, I know my buddy was telling me about it, I looked it up, inside Animal House. Some of the cast members, maybe not all of them, they had some choice words about John Landis. I know Karen Allen was not that big on him and such. And,
yeah, I don't blame her.
And I think the guy who played Hoover, James Widows, I know he didn't like John Landis that much and whatnot. Tim Matheson kind of brushed it off. Well, I've been acting since I was a kid. I've seen worse than him. So Tim Matheson kind of brushed it off real quickly. But I like the fact that Spielberg kind of like cut his ties with him and shit.
Yeah.
But Spielberg don't fuck around like that. His name got attached to a film where this shit happened. I would love to see a reenactment of that. Just Spielberg grabbing him by the shirt. What the fuck are you doing, huh? What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Just get all physical. What the fuck are you doing? Put you to a helicopter blade, motherfucker. Wow. Oh man, but I really felt bad a lot for that helicopter pilot. I mean, it's terrible. Because he was just doing a job. He was doing what he was supposed to fucking do: fly the helicopter. He wasn't, and then they try to blame it on the pyrotechnics guy. Once again, they're doing what they're told to do. Who told them to do it? John.
Well, to be fair, part of it was his because he missed the cue.
Yeah.
He was paying attention not to the helicopter. So it's partly that guy's fault too. Which I don't know why he wasn't tried.
Yeah. Somebody should have went to jail. Somebody should have went to jail. Pretty much. I think the Directors Guild gave John Landis a hard time after the trial, but it didn't do much damage because he still got to direct movies. Yeah. He should have done some time, despite this fucking juror. But it's not the thing. It's blow it out your ass, man. Fuck out of here. It's about the case, the suit. It's not about the crime. Yes, it's about the crime. There's still parents there with no children, for God's sakes. These kids will never get to grow up, to see their kids graduate or have a life now, Or what about, Vic Morrow, for God's sakes? Fuck that. Wow. Crazy. That was a good documentary. Very good.
Thanks, Bobby, but you don't have to. I don't know what that is. VMX. You don't have to explain what that is.
VMX.
Thank you, Bobby.
It sounds familiar, but what is it? What is it? Is it a drink? Is it a food? Is it a game? I heard of Vectrex. That's that old game console they had back in the early '80s that looked like a TV tube. I've heard of that. You can look that up on YouTube. I remember those games. That's how old I am. Next month I'll be knocking on 44. I think Matt, you'll be leaving your dirty 30s soon, huh, Matt?
Yeah.
Wow. Was it fun?
Pretty much.
Dirty 30s fun? Wasn't that fun, huh? The dirty 30s? Oh, a little bit. Okay. There you go. Anyway, Mike is in dirty 30s.
Uh,
Have fun. What was that I seen there? Some Papa John Landis.
no, I accidentally clicked on it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh no, that's a good guy. No, it's VMEX. Oh, that
Okay.
was a fun one. Like he did these fun edits with me and others, like these comedy bits of putting me and Mike OCB together, just have like alternate conversations. I don't think he's seen any of those, but it's VM. That's not how you spell it, Bobby. VMEX. It was a nice guy.
Okay. Was
He. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I thought that was the guy the one that did the drawing of you and Mike inside of they did a drawing of you in Trimmers. I thought that's not the guy. It was a different guy.
No, that's Lucas.
Oh, Lucas who
Nice
did
guy,
that.
Lucas.
Okay, the one who did that. That was cool. They had Mike
No,
over there as
V.
being one of the jackhammer guys and whatnot. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
Now VMEX is a good guy. I haven't talked to him in a long, long time, but he's a nice guy.
that's cool.
Always courteous.
That's cool. Yeah, I would like to. I would like to
And
do something like that.
yeah.
That'd be cool. Like if we did like lines from a movie and they drew us into the movie. Like for example, if they threw us in Alien, and one of us could be Yaphet Kotto, the other one could be Harry Dean Stanton, or something like that. Draw us in there, or something like that. Throw some different dialogue in, or something. Or have me as Hudson and you as Hicks, or something. Game over, man. Game over. Everything like that, or something.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Or me as Dredd. That'd be hilarious. Mama's not the law. I am the law. Judgment time.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
did hear about that.
Yeah. That's right. That's right, Chaz. You're right. Because I think there was an interview, a written interview that somebody went in depth into what happened between Eddie Murphy and John Landis. That it wasn't Eddie Murphy being a dick. It was that John Landis got bent out of shit because since Dan Aykroyd showed up on his behalf to support him in that trial, as you see there, Eddie was nowhere to be found. And Eddie made a statement. Granted, he had good reasons. He says, look, when my family members are in trouble and they're in some shit, I don't go to courts and stuff like that. They work their own shit out. It's the way it is. Because how many times I think his brother Charlie Murphy, I think he mentioned in one interview that Charlie Murphy got into lots of trouble. Was Eddie there? No. Charlie had to deal with his own shit. So, what the fuck? Well, how's it going to look? He doesn't do it for Charlie. He does it for John Landis. So John Landis got all bent out of shape. So, what the fuck? It's Eddie Murphy and him got into it. So, I guess, but it wasn't that long of it the shit because they made up for Beverly Hills Cop 3, which didn't help shit, because Eddie wanted to be Wesley Snipes and stuff. Eddie wants to be Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is just I tried to do a music with that. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, why he had beef with Comedy Hype. Yeah, they do some good stuff. I've seen their videos. Comedy Hype. Yeah.
I have to check that out. I mean, I've heard the story in the past. I haven't seen a specific video.
Yeah, they did like very in depth, like it was a written interview and such. I guess they did research and whatnot. They're good. They do good stuff. Comedy Hype. I've seen a couple of stuff they've done and whatnot.
I understand why then he came back for Beverly Hills Cop 3. That doesn't make sense to me. But
well, I guess he needed a director. Eddie wasn't doing that good at the time. The 90s were not kind to Eddie, despite Boomerang getting a lot of good reviews and stuff. I mean, it wasn't box office gold like the glory days. So he wanted to dig back to the well for Beverly Hills Cop and had a shitty script by Steven D'Souza. And Eddie wanted to be Wesley Snipes. And the rest is fucking shit history. That's it. Blinded by a lot of cameos. And then no Harold Faltermeyer score and such. No John Ashton, no Ronnie Cox.
No, not at all.
Yeah. And sadly, I guess this Beverly Hills Cop film might be coming out, I guess, next year. Kevin Bacon's your villain. So I don't know. And plus, he's got the same director from fucking Coming on America, so that doesn't help matters. Shit. I almost want to do a song like Eddie Murphy. How he did the Roxanne thing.
Different director.
Maybe it might be. I don't know. I know Jerry Bruckheimer is producing it, so I guess it's that omen to it, I guess. Bruckheimer produced, I think, the original one and the sequel. He had nothing to do with the third one, so what good that's gonna do, I don't know. And I just want to do that whole thing like Eddie Murphy does with Roxanne. Remember, Eddie, why did you fuck up your career? Your movies suck. They're not good anymore. Despite you smoke all your weed, Eddie. Coming to America sucks. I can't do it. I don't fuck it up. I know. I'm sure you probably do one day. Eddie, put on the red light. Put on the red light. I don't know what it is. I gotta come up with lyrics or something for that. I don't know. Somebody could do a better job in the chat. Eddie.
I was just seeing what was coming out the rest of the year. It's not looking the best.
Nah. I seen the trailers for this Flash movie, and it's funny that Ben Affleck is right when he said in an interview a few years back, Batman does not look attractive at daytime. And it's weird to see these TV spots where Michael Keaton is in the bat suit in broad daylight. I don't know why. It looks weird. doesn't look right. And then super non-binary. I'm gonna keep calling her that. That's not Supergirl. Super non-binary. Because I'm sure that's one of the reasons why she looks the way it is. Is non-binary, super non-binary. But there's nothing against no one who's non-binary. But of course, it's political. Gotta be political.
Mm-hmm.
Batman's not punching nobody. No, she's got to do the punching and everything. She's the one that's got to fuck up General Zod. Because God knows Henry Cavill couldn't do it, so now this girl probably can do it just like that because she's a girl, and that's the way it is. And DC is gonna, because DC's gotta, defend Ezra Miller. We're gonna get him lawyers and psychiatrists, get him a jail, and get him a guy named Raul in his jail who's gonna fuck him in his ass. That's about it. That's Ezra Miller right there. That's right in his culo. Well, what you were saying, Matt? Sorry.
No, it's almost like dog shit.
It does.
We put blunt and honest.
Yeah. This is Batman at the broad daylight. I don't know, man. Batman in broad daylight. He doesn't look good in the daylight, I know you didn't see a trailer, but did you see that new Robert Rodriguez movie he's got with Ben Affleck? Something involving he's a cop going after a guy who hypnotizes people.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Didn't do much for me.
That's William Fichtner, your favorite actor. That's why. Shit, William Fichtner.
I did see that trailer. I did nothing for me. I'm like, whatever.
And plus, you wouldn't know Robert Rodriguez directed. Don't you remember the good old days? Robert Rodriguez had a style. Now there's no style anymore. It's just I'm showing up. I'm setting up the camera, setting up my shots. I'm picking up a check. I'm leaving. That's it. Pretty much. Remember the good old days when you could tell with the Robert Rodriguez one, you could tell by the style. There's no style. That's it. It's like war.
I know you don't watch X-Files, but I saw that done in X-Files. It was an episode called Pusher, where a guy could make people believe in what's going on and see what they want to see.
Maybe they ripped off the episode. Never know. Somebody ripped off the fucking episode. Yeah. Why not? I wouldn't put it past them.
And Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is right around the corner.
Everybody dies, and all my friends who died. Yeah. I'll be shocked if they all live. I have a feeling they're all going to die. That's it. Because James Gunn wants to put a cash splash on Guardians, and it is what it is.
I don't think all of them.
Yeah, Groot will live, which I think that's the most overrated fucking character in those movies. Groot. I hate Groot. I never thought he was cute, but he's cute. No, it's not. But it's Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel's got the easiest voice job. I am Groot. I am Groot. It's like Iron Giant. He says 3 or 4 fucking lines in Iron Giant. That's it. What voice acting? He shows up, probably tipped it on a tape recorder. I am Groot. I am Groot. He used this. Hey, I can do Fast 10 now. Oh, what do you think of the stupid thing with Fast 10? That all of a sudden, Bucho from Fast 5 had a son who happened to be at the event of this big robbery because they CGI'd Jason Mamma Mia in there to fit into the story now and shit. And I guess it's gonna be a drag race now. Finally, we're gonna see a fucking race in a Fast and Furious movie. Really? And all this bullshit. And I guess Michelle Rodriguez is gonna have a fight with Charlize Theron, which I predict right here, right now. I predict this. I'm calling it right here, right now. Mark my words. Charlize Theron isn't gonna be a villain anymore. Mark my words. There'll be a spinoff with Letty and this fucking bitch Charlize Theron plays. There'll be a spinoff, a filmed version of a buddy movie. Watch. Mark my fucking words. Because nobody stays dead in these films. Nobody's a villain in these films. It is what it fucking is. That's it. And then Vin Diesel's gonna produce it so he can make more money. Because nobody gives a fuck about Vin Diesel. That's it. Fuck Vin Diesel and his holes. That's it. Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Fuck him as well. Oh god.
I don't care about Fast X. I don't care about Fast and Furious movies. I don't care about any of that stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know why people who even expects that to be good. I don't know. I don't know why.
I guess the people that saw Fast 9 and made all that money because everybody was dying to be at a theater. Hey, power to them. They love it. They love it. But me, nah. I gave up after Furious 7 because I saw Fate of the Furious. I know you liked it. I hated it and whatnot. And I think the writing is extremely stupid, and nobody calls nobody out on the writing. The writing is dumb. It's dumb. Mm-hmm. He has this girl. You gave him a love interest. You forced a love interest on that character in the 5th film. Then all of a sudden, oh, we're pushing it to the side. Letty's alive because James Cameron doesn't need Michelle Rodriguez for Avatar as he thought. Let's put her back in these films. She's got amnesia, soap opera bullshit. And then this whole stupid thing. This guy didn't kill her with the gun like this. No. All of a sudden, to make it interesting, he put the gun this way and made the car blow up so she could get blown back. And then the villain in that film, he gets killed, or so we think. He's got a brother. Statham. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Furious 7 happens. Statham's hunting them down. That could be the whole movie. Nah. No, Statham's got to go. They got to go see this other motherfucker that's right out of Mission Impossible bullshit. Because Vin Diesel wants to be Tom fucking Cruise. Let's face it. He wants to be Tom Cruise. The studio want their Mission Impossible movie. That's why they turn Fast and Furious into Mission Impossible. Their version. All that bullshit happens. And bullshit CGI Highlander fight where they both collide and buildings collapse. And Statham doesn't die because you need Statham alive to make him a good guy in the next fucking film. Even though he killed Han. So we think. So Chris Morgan go fuck himself or whoever these writers they got now doing these goddamn movies. Fuck them all. Fuck Vin Diesel too. I know he's trying to make money. He's trying to make ends meet. But your meeting and your ends already met already. Take your money and get the fuck out. That's it. Goodness. These movies are a joke. And movies that we love that are, quote, ridiculous, they get shit. Like Shoot 'Em Up and all these other movies that win that box office hits. Dread and all these other movies, they laughed at. But this is not laughed at. This gets the box office. This gets this. This gets that. Everybody praises it. They fuck them anyway. Anyway, that's my little rant.
They laughed at the last one.
But they made money, though. They laughed at it, but they made money. Mm-hmm. It needs to bomb real bad. Like, just like, that's it. We're not paying to see this no more Vin Diesel. Kiss my ass. That's it. Only made $7 million opening weekend. What the fuck? That's right. People are tired of this shit.
You go back and watch Torque.
Well, sadly, Torque I could probably watch more as a time waste. It has a fun commentary, the DVD. Even the thundering, if you can hear it on the background, the gods are pissed off about Torque.
I think Torque is meant to be a parody of Fast and Furious.
That's one thing, though. I don't buy that the director did that movie as a parody. I honestly think maybe he wanted to make a film like that. Maybe. And I don't know. Then I guess now it's found its audience as a parody. I don't know. But the commentary is a lot of fun, though. The commentary has the director and the cast. I know there's that funny story about Faison loving
There's a line where the person says, "Live my life 1/4 at a time," and the other person goes, "That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard."
I know, yeah,
That
that's
is in
the
the movie.
yeah, that's in the film. Yeah, the lead guy Martin Henderson, which he was
Yeah.
okay. He was okay. Part of which is that Jay Hernandez was the lead instead of him playing a dumbass in the film and such. But Martin Hernandez was okay. I know there's a funny story. Faison Love talks about that film that he got
AC.
fired. Yeah, that he about the air conditioner. You heard about that? Yeah,
Yeah.
he got fired. He cursed out everybody, and then he went to the pool, cool down. I think the producer called him up. They had filmed a lot of stuff with him in it, so they couldn't reshoot anything. So he had to come back
Yeah.
next day. It was apology and everything like that. He tells a hilarious story because it was true that during the location where they were filming at, they were actually filming biker boys down the street. So of course Cube and Lawrence Fishburne, they knew each other and everybody knew each other. So they would fuck around with each other doing the when stuff wasn't filming, which that would have been interesting to see those guys act, those cast members interacting with each other and stuff. And then Faison Love makes that joke. You see, that was a better budget movie. You see, they're up there, we were down here. They were up there filming that shit. They had a better budget. I didn't mind Biker Boy. I think the marketing killed the movie because they made it look like an action movie. It's not an action film. It's a coming of age story. But the marketing made it look like a action film, but it's not really an action film and such. But that was just me. I didn't mind it for what it was. I don't know if you ever seen Biker Boys and such.
I vaguely remember that film. I remember it being boring. I mean, it's one of those like, yeah, I thought it was an action film.
Yeah, so it is. It's trying to be. It's more of a coming of age story. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought the same thing because the way the trailers made it look like and such and everything like that. And everything.
Real quickly, thank you once again, Bobby, for your generosity. I Am Groove was badass in the first film, became a joke in later films. Where all characters become jokes in later films, to be honest. If you're Marvel long enough, they all become jokes.
Yeah.
Hulk became a joke. Efree's favorite guy, they turned to a absolute joke.
It turned him into a surfer. It turned him into fucking Samoan surfer. Hey brother. That's not the Hulk, man. Yeah, even the thundering outside, the gods are agreeing with him. If you hear the thundering outside, it's raining where I'm at. Oh god, that is all bullshit. And sadly, what they did to Chris Pratt's character, Star Lord, because it's his fault. All this shit happens in the end of fucking Infinity War, and nobody in Endgame says jack shit about it. And this fucking overlong runtime, despite him getting kicked in the balls. That's about it. And shit.
I did get a paid request, and I did see Ant-Man 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I heard about it.
That's pretty lame.
That's what I heard about it.
I didn't think it was a good movie.
That's what I heard. I heard it's like an movie.
I think it's better than the second one. I think it's better than the Eternals or Black Widow or Doctor Strange 2.
There's no politics in there, right?
I guess you see a little bit. It was just kind of generic, and I don't know. It just didn't really do much for me in the fact of there's some cool designs of creatures and environments, but the special effects don't seem so special anymore. They just look cheaper. I don't know what it is.
And they made that
budget, but it looks cheaper.
And they supposedly they pulled 3D out of their ass for that movie. Which I don't think we've seen 3D in a long goddamn time, to be honest. Last time I saw a 3D Marvel film was what? Thor Ragnarok? And that was the last watchable Thor film, to be honest. And so I gave up after Endgame because I said, fuck this. I saw the episode of that She-Hulk, which was shit and whatnot.
I mean, it was less forgettable than the second film.
Okay.
But it's more of a Kane movie, and this guy Jonathan Majors is Kane, the Conqueror.
Yeah.
I actually thought he was the best thing about it. I don't think he was that bad. I thought he was actually pretty good.
I know.
It's more about building him up and less of an Ant-Man film.
But from what I understand, I heard he got arrested, I think, when the film was being released. I don't know what the charges are. Something about spousal abuse or assault or something. because like, they were gonna do something with his character for this newer
'Cause
phase of the Marvel
I
films.
heard that too, but I heard then it was false
Well,
allegations.
well,
So
let's see. That's hopefully, you know how it is now. You know, even if you're brought up on something like that, even though it's you're not guilty, you're guilty. You know that. So
yeah,
so let's see how that turns out. But I heard decent
because
things.
yeah
Granted, I have no interest in this Creed films or whatnot. I didn't bother with the second one. I have
no
no just three. I heard he's the best thing in three also. Creed 3.
mm,
Because maybe because he's out acting Michael, the stick of wood, the plank of wood that he got for the lead of those fucking films and whatnot.
well that wouldn't take much.
Yeah, I know. And such. And I know supposedly he injured Paul Rudd because Jonathan Majors has the tendency of getting too into the scenes with these
Mm.
fights. And I know Michael B. Jordan made the joke. I'm sorry, Paul. I think Paul was on a cam or something on one of the talks. I'm sorry. We pushed him hard during the making of our film. I guess he got used to that with the fights. Jonathan doesn't know how
Yeah,
to hold back his punches, I guess, or something and whatnot. So I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on it when the video uploads. I guess when you post it up and such.
but they said like Jonathan Majors I liked. I actually thought he was the best part of it. Michelle Pfeiffer has more to do, more screen time. Nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Murray's in like one scene. That's
Okay,
it.
good.
Uh, Poorly paced. It got to an hour. I thought it was the end of the movie. And I looked, I'm like, oh, it's a 2 hour movie. But still, we got to an hour. I thought, oh, it's the end of the movie. And I'm like,
That's
wait,
the
there's an hour left.
that's the worst feeling. I had that feeling when I saw that film The Rock did called Gridiron Gang. I'm like, every time
Okay.
one part ends, I'm like, is it over? It's over? They're like, no, not yet. It's still more movie. Okay, that part. Is it over? No, there's more movies. What the fuck? That's the worst feeling when you gotta like you think the movie's over, it's not over. You know, it's worse. Worst feeling. Oh man.
I would say I more disliked it than liked it, but it's not. I mean, for it to be one of the two films that get rotten on Rotten Tomatoes of Marvel, I'm like, I don't think it was that good, but there's a lot of worse movies. As
Oh,
in Captain Marvel, Eternals, Doctor Strange 2, Love, Born Thunder.
mm-hmm.
I thought those were way worse.
Yeah.
One of the worst things about that is, well, Ryan, I didn't like it either. It just, have you seen the Eternals? Have you seen Doctor Strange 2? Have you seen Captain
So pretty
Marvel?
much,
It's a lot worse.
what Matt's trying to
Mediocre.
say is it wins by default. That's what it is. So Ant-Man 3 is not the best, but it wins by default when you compare it to the recent shit record that MCU. But what's funny about this movie is it had a bad opening. I don't think it made the
Yeah,
money that it didn't make no money.
right.
Did it? So you know, and plus it got
Good.
released. I think it got released. What was it in February? They dropped it, or January. So that shows you how much Marvel gave a fuck. Disney gave a fuck about it. Usually those movies they drop them like in the summer and shit and everything like that. So
Yeah, I would say yes. It's better than Shang-Chi, aka Bulletproof Month 2.
yeah,
I do think it's better than that.
yeah.
But it's still not good either. There's a character in the comics called MODOK. I don't know if anyone remembers the guy. He's like a head with like little baby legs. It's like a villain. There's like a floating head. And he's in a
Oh
lot of the comics.
wow,
He's a complete other joke. It's just
wow.
all for comedy. And you know who it is? You find out it's the villain from the first movie.
Get out of here.
Darren, whoever
Oh, the
yellow
guy that
jacket went there,
get
and
out of here. Really? Wow. So they
it's
made
just
him.
a joke.
So they made him into Scrooge from Doll Man. In other words, right? Remember Scrooge from
Yeah,
Doll Man, the floating head.
yeah.
Brick Bartle. What's a Brick Bartle? He coming into your territory. He's messing up your place. Saying you disrespect. I wouldn't like that. You help me. I'd give you all the weapons to take over the. Show those guys in wrong fucking neighborhood. Sorry, I went to Doll Man, but you know, yeah, I love Doll Man.
But he the character's serious in the comics, but here they just made him a joke and a different character. So
Of course. They don't care
Kind of
about
like the
the
villain in Iron Man 3
yeah
with Finn Klinger.
the Mandarin. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do away with the source material. I'm telling you, it's like the Black Widow thing. Her story. I mean, from what I hear and read up on looking up stuff, it's a very dark story. They sort of try to do that in the opening, but then it goes to shit creek, pretty much. I wonder, did
It
Scarlett
looks like,
Johansson ever
yeah,
get her money? I know she was suing them for a while. I think I don't know if she ever got her money. She was suing
I
the
think
people.
think
Yeah.
she did.
Well, she deserved it, you know.
I think she needs it.
Yeah, yeah. Needs a job.
Did she deserve it though?
But what was the lawsuit about anyway? I know it was something about the she would I guess because she got mad 'cause she got replaced by this new fucking girl or whatever her name is, Florence
I think
Pugh
just
or
wanted
Pooh
more
or whatever.
money.
Well, and she saw the shitty script because it was too little, too late to do a Black Widow movie. They should have just went, gave it a Black Widow film after the events of Civil War. It would have made more sense instead of this whole bullshit
It's,
about it's way before the whole end game happened and all the bullshit, you know. So it's nothing in the fight, you know. It makes no difference if she lives or dies in the end of the film because she's gonna die in the next fucking film. So it is what it is.
and real quickly, I want to give a shout out to Psycho Hobo. Thank you, man. Um, I'd heard of the film with Tom Cruise, Ron Perlman. Yeah, it didn't get made. Creatures' stories like Who Goes There, which was the inspiration for the thing.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like a big budget horror film from the guy who did Blade 2.
Oh, Del Toro, yeah,
I mean, it would have been interesting with Tom Cruise.
yeah,
Maybe it would have been better than The Mummy.
true,
But, I mean, maybe The Mummy didn't help in flopping and being a bad movie.
yeah,
So it's like, nah, Tom, you just go do Top Gun 2. Go
yeah.
do other movies like that.
Which I am happy that
So,
that Top Gun 2 dominated the summer because MCU didn't make any money thanks to Top Gun 2 because it kicked Love and Thunder's asshole off the planet. So it shows you right there. It's not always superhero films, you know. If you get the right, and plus all the hype surrounding Top Gun 2 because it got pushed back so many times and then you finally got it. And I revisit the film, it still holds up for what it is. I enjoy it for what it is. It's on Amazon Prime now, and such, and everything. Yeah.
that's cool.
I was gonna ask you, Matt. Nah, I don't know how this is gonna start anything or whatnot. What made you? Now, granted, it's your opinion. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer. But what made you? What did you see in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once? Because I know that got the Oscar and whatnot, and it's a lot of butt
I don't.
plugs and dildos and worshiping a fucking cream cheese bagel and fucking hot dog fingers and sticking stuff up. And why do you like the film?
I
Just
mean,
curiosity.
there's weird stuff in it,
Too weird.
but I thought it was creative. I thought it was very fast paced. I was never bored. I thought Michelle Yeoh and I thought I want to pronounce his name correctly.
Key
Short
something. Key
Ki
Kwan.
Hoi Kwan.
Yeah.
I thought they were really good. I thought he definitely did a nice job establishing how important he was and being a decent guy, and she didn't notice all along. Um, I thought it had some when the action scenes happened, they were very well choreographed. When I thought that it was creative in terms of all the multiverse, a lot more than Doctor Strange 2 did. Michelle Yeoh, I thought it was definitely one of her better acting performances that I've seen in a while. Definitely, I would put over Crouching Tiger, Dragon, which I always thought was incredibly overrated. She had to show a bit of emotion in there. It was cool to see James Hahn in there. And while I do have issues with the third act, and I don't think it needed to be as long as it was, it kept my attention because I thought, okay, this is a very unique, creative movie in an era where I see 85 of the same generic superhero films, or I see 75 other sequels that are absolute dog shit. and just regurgitation of just remake of original like Bill and Ted 3 or just totally trashing of characters. And I also got the bit of a heart at the end where this is a lady that always wanted to yearn for more, but realizes that at the end she actually had it well because her husband, Lomeo, was a decent guy in this era where most guys are portrayed as pieces of crap or they're abusers or they're out complete lackluster individual human beings, while this was a much more of a positive outlook on that. I just wish at the end we were in that same universe that we were following for most of the film. Instead, we go to a different universe, which I guess still trying to get into the same ballpark, but I still wish we were in the same universe we've been following the whole time. I felt that would have been more consistent. And no, I didn't care. I didn't need the other silly, stupid stuff.
Yeah,
So I'm not
butt
going to say
plugs
perfect.
and beating
No,
villain killing somebody with a dildo and I don't know.
but like I said, I get what it was going for, and I get for the most part what its subject matter was about, and I appreciate someone going and trying, and maybe there's a few stumbles, but there's a lot more than what I see from a ton of other movies that are just from all the movies we've talked about before, all of the superhero comic book movies and the Marvel movies and the Disney movies. It just felt fresh. And yeah, I thought that Michelle Yeoh and uh, Taylor Kwan were actually rather good. And I thought the effects looked better than some of the Marvel stuff, even though they had a fraction of the budget. And I thought, I want to see different, crazy, unique universes. I got more of that out of this than in the Multiverse of Madness Doctor Strange. And again, when it started, to me, it was very fast paced. And I know some people felt the time. I didn't feel as much as others. And then when the fight scenes happened, I thought they were, like I said, fairly well choreographed compared to some other stuff. So,
I mean, the fight
well, Neil
scenes.
Punk,
I give the
Neil,
fight scenes
we'll touch on it.
credit, and so I like the fight scenes. Ki-Ho Kwan.
I would
They
ask this, Neil Punk, what film would have then?
Well, it
What
wasn't.
film should have?
I mean, as bold as I will say this, I know some people will groan, and I'm probably sure you'll
I
groan
would
too.
say if
I
I
know
had to choose,
Maverick,
it'd be the
Top
Batman.
Gun, Top Gun. I think should have got something, or the Batman probably would have got something.
I
I
would
did,
choose the Batman, but it didn't get nominated for anything.
yeah.
I'm sorry, no, I disagree on Top Gun Maverick. I thought it was an okay film. It had good fights, it had good flight sequences, but it was just a less good remake of the first film, in my opinion. It did
All
the
right.
same stuff, the same romance, but wasn't as good. The soundtrack wasn't as good. Had almost the same beat for beats as the original film. Even has the same shirtless non-volleyball scene,
Yeah, football
or
scene.
whatever the hell they did in that. They had the same fucking shit there. It was like, hey, you remember Top Gun? Let's redo that, but with better tech.
Yeah,
That I thought it was okay, but it's like Iron Eagle beats both, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Iron Eagle is the better
And
movie. I am more of an Iron Eagle guy than Top Gun. I will admit that and such and
it's
everything. But
okay. Like the first Top Gun, I thought was okay as well.
yeah,
I don't love either one to death. It's
yeah.
just
I'm one.
the action scenes are
I am.
good, but
Yeah, I am. I'm one of the people that I will put Days of Thunder above both Top Gun films. I thought Days of Thunder dealt that same type of story, and it had a better love story because it was Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise who were in love off camera, so it worked better
okay, let me
and
say
such.
this.
Okay.
The action scenes are really good, but as a movie, do you think it's a fantastic movie? Or do you think it's a movie with fantastic action scenes?
I think it's just more than the action. I like Tom Cruise's performance, that great scene he has with Val Kilmer and whatnot, how he's pouring his heart out. You know,
Mhm.
I am a Navy aviator. It's not what I am, it's who I am. It's a good moment there. I liked it. Granted, I didn't get glassy eyed like many people did because Val Kilmer, who he is off camera, despite the situation he's having with his throat cancer and whatnot, but still, for the character, okay. As a person, no. But My thing with that film was, I felt at times, just me, it was a little pretentious. I like the acting. Michelle Yeoh, Ki Hu Kwan, James Hong, their acting isn't bad. I did feel the pacing. It's just what it is. I don't know. The multiverse with the hot dog fingers and her in a leather thing, and villains putting things up their ass with digital eyes, and I don't know. I would have, as dumb as this sounds, Matt, I would have preferred, give me a ripoff of American Ultra. As dumb as it sounds, yes, I would have rather have it been Michelle Yeoh was somebody in a past life or some shit, or it's one of those hypnosis shit, or like a word and she sets off, goes into action. I don't know.
So it's the Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, Long Kiss Not Goodnight. Okay, I'd rather.
So you just watch
that.
Long Kiss Goodnight then.
Yeah, take that or take American Ultra, where it's like, oh, this hypnosis thing or whatever. I don't know. The fights are not the problem. The thing with the daughter, I get it. I get it. She wants to see her mom, to see her as her daughter, not this girl who's gay and whatever. And the thing, I know I've heard people try to explain to me about the bagel. It's not as silly as it is. It's about her weight. That's what the bagel is worshiping, the weight. And I don't know. Then this thing with the dildo, how she kills the guy with a dildo. And then, I don't know. But I mean, it's an A24 movie, which I know. Now, I would ask you this bold question right now. Would you say this is the best A24 film? And they won the Oscar along with another A24 film. And have you seen the other one yet? The Whale or not yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Because I know there's a questionable scene in the opening of the film, which I know Michael King was pretty pissed about. Because the movie
depressing as well. Movie.
Yeah, that scene. I don't want to go into what it is, but if you get requested for, you know what we're talking about and such.
I've seen Micro's. I know what.
Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, so two A24 films won the Oscar. So now you know what this means. More films.
It was not horror, fine, because Uncut Gems was a good A24 film as well with Adam Sandler.
Was Good Time A24?
Yeah, I think so.
I remember not minding it. Good Time. I think Good Time. I remember not minding, despite the little problems I had there. But I thought Robert Pattinson did a wonderful job. But I was just curious. You see, once again, just an example. We agree to disagree about things. He loves Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. Even though I was surprised it didn't make your list, the favorite of the year, but my list.
There's a lot I liked.
I know.
Day Shift, The Gray Man.
2022 was a better year. I know than what we have so far. I mean, and what?
And yet I hate everything. That's the thing. I had more than 10 movies that year I liked. And there's ones I couldn't even mention, like Everything Ever All at Once, but I hate all new movies.
Because what it is, you're not kissing ass like all these other motherfuckers do. That's what it is. You're honest, God forbid. Like all these other people. Halloween Kills is great. Halloween Ends is great. No, granted, they didn't say that because everybody hated that, including the highbrow motherfuckers or whatnot. But, Fast 10 is great. Like your Tony the Tiger, great. All that shit, God forbid you're honest, and people get bent out of shape about that and everything.
I didn't. Were people asking the Oscars? I would have chosen the Batman, but I got nothing.
Yeah, Batman. Batman. They were just giving that a little while ago. That's a well-made movie. Like I said in the beginning of this, that's well-made. But people want to talk about it. Batman gets his ass kicked a lot, not much compared to Christian Bale and his punk ass, and that last one, Dark Knight shits or whatever. Rises, yeah. Dark Knight Pisses. That's the popular one. He gets his ass kicked by Bane twice in the whole fucking movie. His Batman was a bad motherfucker. He chased the Penguin. I wish that was the poster. Him walking right behind the fire to grab the Penguin and shit. That was that's a crowd pleasing moment. I saw that in the theater. I still watch that. The look of fear on the Penguin's face, like dude, like you pissed off the wrong fucking man now, dude. This ain't no Adam West now. This guy gonna fuck you up. Yeah. Fucked up his ride too, almost in the process of that. Fuck that. Yeah. If I was Batman, I would have took his face and pushed it against my rim. Fuck that. Put him right next to his white walls. Come here, you shit. and angry Batman. That's it. With the New York attitude. See, take this, you motherfucker jerk. By the way, my name is Vengeance, motherfucker. That's right. Oh man. Wow. So what is everybody's thoughts about everywhere all at once in the chat? Do they love the film, or do they think it's mediocre, or the other film should have been one? I don't know. Whatnot.
I haven't seen anything yet. People were just talking about people just come in to say hi and stuff.
Oh, okay. Hello.
So.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I know there's a lot more remakes coming out.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid, which I don't care about. White Man Can't Jump remake, which I know you're not a fan of that film. I do enjoy the film, but it doesn't need a remake.
I mean, I'm not a fan of it for silly reasons. I know it's not the movie's fault. I don't think the acting is bad or nothing. It's just there's a stigma attached to that film that makes me not love it. That's what it is. But it's not the movie's fault though, and everything. I don't know why the movie needs to be remade. To be honest, I mean, you can still watch the 1992 film. Probably still holds up for what it is. Well, we gotta repackage it. Like they want to repackage everything, shit, like everything else, with two fucking lackluster leads. Oh yeah, House Party got a reboot. It came and went. Big fucking surprise.
Yeah, that's true.
Came and went.
January.
Yeah, of course. That's how much the studio gave a fuck about it. Got two lackluster leads. LeBron James once again got to show his ugly ass in a fucking movie once again. No bullshit. Kid and Play makes that cameo because they want to get paid. And shit.
You don't like LeBron James, though?
Yeah, I don't know. Guy seem like a dickhead. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know why. Just something about him. Maybe he seems like a dickhead. Just what the stories I hear about what happened with Space Jam and his character and shit or whatnot. I don't know. Because they want to act like he's the best of the best. I'm like, well, Jordan did that. Nobody seemed to give a fuck. Who's Jordan? He's back in the day. He's our guy now. He's the best of the best. Yeah, fuck. Right. He's the best of the best. Fine. Like, I give a fuck anyway. I watch basketball. I don't give a flying fuck. They want to pick him in movies now. It's like 50. It's like what's his name? 50 Cent. Of course. There you go. You said it right, Jedi. Let's see. You seem like a crybaby.
The movie made $9 million.
The House Party?
There you go. Yeah.
Of course.
9 million.
Of course, man. The trailers look like dog shit. It's rated R. Ooh, so what? It's a stupid premise. And whatnot. All two guys gonna clean LeBron James' house. And they're gonna have a party there because one guy owes child support or some shit. I don't give a fuck. No bullshit. To me, it's just 3 movies and that's it. I wasn't even that big on the 4th film, to be honest. I mean, I'm one of the few people that don't mind the 2nd film. I know you're not a fan of the 2nd film, but it's cool.
But we'll probably be heading to a close. It's about over 2 hours. I think it's about 10 o'clock your end.
Actually, it's 14 after 10. And whatnot. So maybe 2 hours, a little bit more over 2 hours. So it's always fun. That's what I'm saying. When I do this stuff with you, the time goes quickly. It's a lot of fun. At least I got to finally ask you the burning question regarding the why do you like that film? But it's cool, you know, to each his own and such. I have yet to see anyone request it. That's why. So it's and such. Yeah. And everything.
I think they did a commentary just on requested that, but no review, no request for a review. So
okay, no problem.
But thanks, guys, for hanging by. Thanks, Efree, for hanging by. It was a lot of fun on this.
Thank you for having me over. Every time I see him on, I'm like, I want to go out. Please, let me go out. But, you know, he's going to be there for a short amount of time. He wants to be on his own because he's the lone wolf. That's the man. He's the Rambo Ralph. He's for life. It's not Rambo Ralph plus Efree. It's just Rambo Ralph for life. And that's the way it is. And such. So it's cool. You know, sometimes I like begging, please let me in. Let me in. That's it. Well, it's cool. Thank you for having me over. I'm glad we finally got a chance to do this and such and everything. I'm glad you guys said some very nice things for the comments. Thank you all for that as well and such. And It was great to finally clean out the basement, talk about all these cool stuff. And thankfully, Doom is not really getting a fucking sequel. This shitty ass movie from 2019 and whatnot. I think one tiny thing we could talk about this whole thing with, I guess, Twilight is gonna get remade now because Lionsgate wants to reinvent Twilight now. You heard about that? Twilight's actually getting fucking remade
No.
and shit. Or they want to now. Warner Brothers wants to remake Harry Potter now to reintroduce Harry Potter because we gotta repackage everything like they did a house party, repackaging it. Look what happened. 9 million.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Do the Nelson laugh. For more like Christopher Lambert. Sorry.
Efree doesn't do interviews, but appreciate the offer, Bobby. But he doesn't really do interviews.
The interview.
So,
What kind of interview can you give me? What? Did you ever have hair? Yes. Long time ago, yes. Did you ever have facial hair? Well, I got 5 o'clock shadow. Sometimes I get a beard, but it's hard to maintain. See, Mac can do the beard because he got the Chuck Norris thing happens. The fist in the beard that comes out and rejects people and stuff like that, like Chuck Norris and everything. Like that. How's life treating you? Yeah, day by day. That's all. That's all you could do. And everything. Like that. You know, I wish I had $1 billion. And, you know, get out of the city.
someone's asking real quick. Yeah, there will be requests coming. And we'll finish up the Resident Evil 4 playthrough, and then a bunch of movie requests coming, including Ant-Man 3. That's one of them.
Quantumania.
Yeah. So stay tuned. I'll be uploading every day. So always check back each day. I know.
Oh, yeah, by the way, thank you.
Notify people.
Yeah. By the way, Matt, I wanted to say thank you so much for doing those versus videos. Those are great. You did from with Tango Crash and the other one and such. Very well done. Yeah, good stuff, man. Yeah,
appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, man. Thank you. You do good shit. You know, I like the Dana does the good shit. Sorry, let's good. What you were saying? Give everybody the whole rundown of what's going on.
No, just saying that I'll be finishing the Resident Evil 4 remake, and then reviews for stuff like Putin's Bluff, Scooby-Doo animated film, some albums, some re-reviews, some Jurassic Park films, Ant-Man 3, and others will be coming. So again, check back each day because YouTube doesn't really notify people as they should.
Yeah.
So that's why I just say I upload every day. So just check back every day, folks.
It's one thing from Matt. You always will see something from him. You always see. If you don't see nothing from him, you be like, oh, but he's on the move. He got it. He got it like this. He's moving. You know. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts on Coogan's Bluff. I always thought it was an okay Eastwood movie, such. So I know that movie, the plot for that character became McLeod, Marshall McLeod from with Dennis Weaver. It was based off the Coogan character. I guess they couldn't use the Coogan name.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what I hear, and I think that they based it off that character and such, and everything. I guess I'll send you some requests if you're not tied up. That is, you know, just let me know when.
No, that's fine.
And such, and everything like that. So whatever more you want to yell about, or some of those nice topic ideas and such, you know, some topics and everything.
Sounds
but thank you once again, my friend, my brother from another mother, for having me over. And once again, thank you all for the my pleasure. And all you guys down below and such. Yep. Thank you, the Predator. Thank you very much again. And all you guys out there, very good, kind words said. My heart goes out to all of you, along with you, Matt, too. So guess you all take it easy and have a nice weekend.
Have a good weekend.
Okay. Later.
Later.